And there's the second ding. That one took a little while.
Ding,
Hello,
ding.
ding, ding. We're in. Hey, everyone. I decided to do a live unboxing at the bequest of this guy there. I had stopped over. Long story short, I helped my dad get rid of some stuff he was taking to the dump, and I thought, I'm going to go downstairs in my parents' basement. That's where some of my stuff was. And with all the Star Wars stuff that's coming out for the new movie and everything, I thought, I've got some totes and some things that I haven't seen in a long time. So I brought one of them home, and then in our little Rogues show chat, I sent a picture to some of the guys, and Anthony was right away like, you have to do a video. It has to be a half-hour video. So I don't know if it's going to be a half hour. It could be a half hour. So not only did I do just the one box that you can kind of see right here, I have a tote that's down below that, and I have not looked in this tote for 15 years. So I'm really excited to see what the heck is in there. Like, I kind of know some things, like the top layer I've opened up when I've gone through stuff and go, oh yeah, that's right, that's the Star Wars tote. But that's just the top layer. I don't know what's deep. So maybe it's just a whole bunch of Jar Jar Binks that I bought, you know.
Oh God.
So I can say I have like 3 totes. This is not a prequel tote. So this is the original trilogy stuff. There could be a possibility of one, but so Anthony, are you excited?
Yes, I am. Let's do it.
This is pretty cool to like to do an unboxing just for people to kind of subscribe to, but to have somebody like talking while it's going on would be kind of cool. So maybe I won't say anything. I'll just hold up whatever it is, and I'll let ODC do all the talking for me, and I'll just be like,
ta-da!
So let's just get right into it. The first thing I got here, this thing is really bad. This is the Collector's Universe, the ultimate price guide for Star Wars, and I can't read the other part of it. So this obviously came out when the Phantom Menace was coming out. You can see, I don't know if you saw the back of it. Yeah. So this was, I mean, price guide. We were talking earlier, like, wouldn't it be cool to have a huge AT-AT inside here? There's this guy standing. Yep. So yeah, this is something I looked at, like, oh, this figure says it's worth this much. Let me see if I can open it and find a price. Oh, here we go. 8B8 Return of the Jedi. According to this book that is 1990, what we say, 99?
Yeah, it's 99.
Wicket, War at the Wicket, Return of the Jedi, goes for $45. Power of the Force is $175. So that's $175. Power of the Force unopened. The original trilogy, $30. That's really weird. So the 83 figure is worth less. So somebody's smoking something really good in this price guide.
Yeah.
But, you know, you could see some of the pictures here of some of the old school, you know, stuff there.
Don't move it. It's kind of fuzzy. Right. Fuzzy wuzzy. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yep. I remember having that and that and that and that.
So the old stuff that I have that I've been talking about doing, that's all in like a tackle type box. Those are all loose because, you know, I was a kid and played with all of it. But I will do some of that stuff. So let's get into the first thing here. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Slave One.
Slave One. Now, I do have all the pieces for this guy. They're probably in the box, but this is really cool. Came with just like the original. This is Power of the Force. So this is 2004, 2006 line, I believe.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I'm thinking.
Yeah, these figures came out during the time of these special editions as they were hitting the theaters.
Okay.
So they started releasing like the New Hope figures when the New Hope was in the theater, and then et cetera, and then it gradually went up to the eventual release of Phantom Menace, and that continued on.
Oh, that happened. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Power of the Force was 97.
97, that's right, 97, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got confused. You were like 2004. I was like,
2004, yeah.
What the hell? Where was I?
Yeah, so this is cool. It's been a little dusty. It's been in my parents'. I've been in a box in a tote, but this is really cool. And I like that
now didn't that have a feature when the wings would go down, he would pop up into the cockpit?
Yeah, well,
I know it had some sort of feature. I can't remember what it was.
There's a little swivel right here.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you pull this as I break it here. But I didn't break it. So there's the canopy. So you can.
There it is.
Yeah, you can put him in through here, and then this little piece goes up so you can see him on top of the canopy. So
that's like one of the coolest ships. I'm sorry.
I love it.
It is just so unique in design and everything. It's just so cool. Like you get in the ship and you have to lie down to get to get ready, and then when it takes off, you're finally upright. It's
and it's flying like this with the the jets on the back. Yeah. And I always thought this looked like an iron, so if I was ironing, I could be like, So that's that one.
That should be that would be a funny design for an iron if someone did that. You know how many people would buy that? Oh my God, so many people.
I'd be telling my wife, iron my pants. Do that one.
Do that one, yeah. Use it.
I showed this one. This is what made Anthony say, let's do the video. So here is the Darth Vader.
Favorite TIE fighter.
I love this TIE fighter. And I believe the missiles are in here somewhere, so I think I could shoot my computer screen.
Pew!
And I found out there was, we talked about this earlier, having a figure that you've lost. And like, I know I've got this figure. My TIE fighter pilot decided to jack Darth Vader's interceptor.
There's going to be hell to pay now.
That's right. Back in the day.
What was that expanded universe pilot's name? Oh, God. I think it starts with an R. I know they made a specific TIE fighter for this character. I can't remember the name of it.
Somebody out there let us know.
I think it's that exclusive that's going to be on Entertainment Earth. Let me look it up. I'll look it up while you keep going.
Okay. I didn't realize that was in there. That's cool. I'll show you some pieces while you're looking that up. Okay. Now, I said I had some play sets. Now, if I hold this up, do you know what this is?
No.
It's
the Blast Store.
Yeah, it's more. Well, this is something else. This is Princess Leia's cell. So I have the rest of it that goes out.
Okay.
So you could. This is the in the garbage chute flyboy. So this is
okay. That's awesome.
Down that way. So it's the part of the trash compactor. This is the part of Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker swing across the chasm. So it's got pieces that come out, and it's got the little thing.
That's
so
awesome.
It's got a rope that would dangle.
So many cool things back then especially for 3 3/4 inch, man. If we don't get any of that anymore.
So here's the other part of
the hallway.
The hallway. So you can
I always wanted that piece. I had the chance to get it.
So I loved this stuff. So I think it goes like
boom.
That.
Yep. And then the trooper, I remember the trooper was running down the hallway to get him, and then he gets shot. It's like, why would you do that?
We're all fine here now. We're all fine here.
How are you?
Boring conversation anyway. Luke, we're going to have company. Yeah. We could just reminisce. This is great. I love going through this. So there's the actual cell you can set Princess Leia in.
Oh, okay.
So would go inside all the little bits and pieces. Here's something not Star Wars. Anybody have a Game Boy? You put your cheat codes in.
Oh my God, Game Genie.
Game Genie. I've got the little book back here. There was stuff in here that I was probably, as I was moving from place to place, I was like, I'll go through this later. And then later is 15 years later. So we were talking about this. I love this ship. I wish it was more in scale like the other one, but Dash renders.
Oh, I love that ship. So cool.
I love this, that it does pull these two pieces out.
And then it would swivel.
Then the canopy would swivel around.
That's awesome.
Neat. There's a gun probably in here somewhere, so I'm probably doing it. And I liked how everything moved and worked, All the legs go together. And there'll be a proper review of all this stuff. It's just more for us to kind of geek out and be like, hey, look what I found on my box.
Exactly. I found out the name of that guy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, what was it?
A TIE fighter pilot named, now I'm going to need help with this name because it's a doozy, all right?
Oh, okay.
TIE fighter pilot Lieutenant OXIXO.
He must love something.
Oxio? Oxio, right?
Yeah.
Ozio. Maybe it's Ozio because you know how sometimes you would say an X like a Z?
Z. Oh, yeah. I think you might be right.
Ozio? I don't know. No idea.
It's some dude from Star Wars.
Yeah, that guy with his stupid name. Stupid Star Wars name.
I've got one more vehicle in here, and it's a large vehicle. Let me see what else is in here. Chapman Films would appreciate this guy. Different universe.
I can't see it. Spock.
Spock, yeah, from the Star Trek: The Motion Picture. So I don't know how he got in there.
He was trying to jack Darth Vader's ship too.
Darth Vader's ship and that domed-headed. Here's something for you, Anthony. Found this guy, Carnage.
Carnage. Oh God.
So he had all of supposed to be like their version of the superpowers.
Okay. Yeah.
And he had like all these pieces that snapped on. So yeah, in some of these boxes, I've got stuff that I just started throwing in as I was trying to get out of one of my last apartments. All right. I have a Kiss McFarlane action figure.
Oh yeah.
So
is that Gene?
Peter. Chris.
Peter. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and I've got 4 versions of this. So, and each one there was just a little bit different. So, all right. What else we got here?
What's next? Oh man! I wish we would get one of those for the Black Series.
This would be cool if we had something for the Black Series.
That would be so awesome. How big is that? Is that bigger than 3 3/4 inch?
Let's see. 3 3/4. I have something 3 1/4. Well,
grab that pilot.
Where did the pilot go? I think it's in scale with the pilot. I'll keep the pilot up here for reference. So here's the pilot. Yeah, he's in scale with that.
Okay. I was like, maybe I could get one of those for the 6 inch, and I'm like, nah, it's too small.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get something. I would hope that they do stuff like this with the 6 inch, which makes me go, man, I would love to like just rebuy. It's like having a cassette tape and then buying everything on CD, you know.
Yeah, Blu-ray or something. Yeah.
I already have it, but this is the new, better version of it. Okay, Anthony, I've got.
Didn't that probe droid explode? Like wasn't there a feature on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
If I do.
Yeah. Boop. Yeah. Okay. Wow. This is awesome.
And it's got
bringing me back to my childhood again.
Got a gun that comes up out of the center.
Oh yeah.
I think it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
So, I think there's a Chewbacca somewhere that. I think there was a target that you could put in here, and you could line up Chewie's crossbow and hit this.
Oh,
which you could never do, but like if I could do it with like a dart gun. I could hit this, and it would pop the head right off. But Chewie's little tiny crossbow that was no bigger than my thumb never fired it. But I always loved this thing, and I liked how all the arms were articulated, so you could move it around.
That was always a very interesting probe droid. Like they only really used it in like the beginning of Episode 5?
Yeah, that's the only time. I thought that was really cool. I thought seeing The Empire Strikes Back, I thought that was going to be a character like, oh, this is going to be some robot, and then it gets destroyed right away. But
I'm like, damn it, there goes that idea.
Yep.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta go wake up the wifey. She's taking a nap before work, so I gotta go wake her up.
Right.
I'll be right back. BRB.
No problem. While Anthony is away here, for those of you that might be tuning in a little late as we got started here, I've got a box of Star Wars stuff here that I have not seen in 15 years. So it's going to be a new segment that I'm going to be adding to the channel of going through Star Wars stuff. And I wanted to actually do a different channel, but I thought everybody's kind of already here on Rob's Rogues and other people are doing different stuff. So I just decided I'm just going to incorporate this to what I'm currently doing. So ODC's back, so we will get in. Are you ready for the creme de la creme out of the box? I knew this was in here.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
It's rather large.
That's what she said. Oh yeah, Millennium Falcon. Something I always wanted. Yet again, could never get.
Yeah. And I've got all the pieces. I just
look at that.
I
So
loved
cool.
having this thing fully displayed. You know,
With the legs down.
the legs
How
down.
much was that back then?
This was
$40.
I think it was more closer to the $50.
$50.
Yeah, and it has the sounds and everything. You know, I've taken the batteries out, but the lights here would light up. They light up here. There was another light somewhere else, but I love this thing.
It's so cool because you got the whole living quarters and the inside.
Yeah,
And you could set everyone up through there. They even had the removable
chest table.
Smuggling.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So yeah, the plates would go in here, and I liked how they incorporated the chest table.
Yeah.
It's down inside the smuggling compartment, which I know is not movie accurate or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, you could have the plates going clear across, and then you could still put your figures up. I loved this thing. So
Cool.
Yeah, this was the big thing. And even though I know it's not in scale for the black figure, 6-inch figures, it'd be cool to just set it up and do a little bit of perspective.
Oh yeah,
it could be in the background. So
absolutely, you could totally do that.
Okay, so if this was $50, let's say it was $52 with tax and everything, for 3 3/4 inch figures, what do you think this would run in scale for 6-inch figures?
250 and maybe more.
Yeah, easily.
It's gonna have to be, because if a TIE fighter, just a TIE fighter is 170. That it's got to be in the 250, maybe 300 range.
So that's what your Black Series TIE Fighter was running?
Yeah.
Wow. So I've got the top of this thing here. Yeah, but how cool is that?
It's so awesome.
Now, I saw
and look how big that is. Just that.
Yeah. I mean,
like how big would the 6-inch would be, like lifting a weight every time. Doing my bench presses today. I got my Millennium Falcon out. I put 6 figures in it. What? I just lifted 60 pounds.
What were you doing all day? I was playing with my Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
So
a month goes by after playing with that thing, and you're all jacked up.
What have you been doing? Millennium Falcon push-ups.
Millennium Falcon push-ups. You don't even know. You heard of Chuck Norris push-ups, right? Where he pushes down the earth. Well, this is Millennium Falcon push-ups.
Something I always wanted. They kind of did a version of the playset of the Death Star playset, but I always wanted like a rounded, like part of a sphere, like almost as big as like some big huge beach ball that you could put, figures in, have a playset or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. So bear with me for a second. I'm trying to get this one large box to move another box. So you're not looking at me bending over. And all this. Wow, I didn't know I was going to tune into Rob's rear on the TV. Okay. So let me show you this real quick. Here is the tote, in case you guys can see how big this dumb thing is.
Oh, wow.
So this thing is huge. That's what she said. So, hey, whoa. So
hey, that's the second one today. Hey, oh.
That's not. Oh, I lied. There is some Phantom Menace stuff in here. So
did they ever? What's that noise? Do you hear that noise? All right, this is really weird. My iPad just started playing random music.
I was gonna say I'm hearing music.
I don't know where it's coming from.
He's possessed. That's hilarious.
This is so weird. That is the weirdest thing I've ever.
Wow. Okay.
It was coming from Facebook. Stupid Facebook.
Nice.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So, yeah, this tote is a mixture of just about everything. So we'll hop into it. So since I know there's some Hayden Christensen lovers out there.
Yay! God.
So this is 2002. This is Attack of the Clones line. So there's a little bit of everything in this box. So As you can tell, I paid $8 for this guy, which is really kind of funny because the current 3 and 3, the smaller figures, I can't even say the numbers right. They're running about what, $6-7?
Yep.
So,
no, 10.
I got mine at Walmart for $6.73, something like that.
Really? Well,
So,
there's also the Black Series 3 3/4-inch line.
Oh yeah,
those are like $12 or $15, I think.
How do you feel about that, having multiple?
I don't like it. I don't like when things have the same name because it gets annoying when you're trying to shop online for them.
Yeah.
Like I'll type in Black Series and you have to type in Black Series 6-inch.
6-inch, 3 3/4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, just name it something else. Name it the, Star Wars Elite series or anything else.
All right, let's we'll brighten things up a little bit.
Hi-oh, that's my boy.
This is a Darth Maul Sith training, which this is about the time with Star Wars action figures or any action figures in general going, this was never a real thing. We never saw Darth Maul ever training.
And we should have.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can make out his robe. He's got some black or some red lining around his robe.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And you can see how they altered the picture, too, to give some extra red lining.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The other figures on this wave were, well, it was only 3 in this particular wave, but you got the C-3PO Chewbacca.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Which I think he's probably in here, I would assume.
Was that Anakin?
Yeah, then a second Anakin, what is the Tatooine attack?
Okay.
So, kind of cool. All right. Here's another Darth Maul for you.
Yep, I have that one.
Yeah, it's got the little communicator. Now, some of the stuff I've been saying that I've got, still in boxes, as you can tell, but I was buying duplicates of stuff. I would have one in box, one out of box. So when I eventually do this review, I can show the figure in a box and I'll have one out and we'll see if the chip still works.
Still works, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it does. It probably does, I'm assuming.
That's probably all eroded.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got another one here.
Oh, hey, what was it? Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. Mawa Nado.
See, the thing is that it's so cool that they did this, is because this character wasn't even really featured that much in the film. He was seen for one time in the first movie. That's it.
Yeah.
The third or fourth episode.
Yeah. But I thought that was the cool thing, that if there was a character that was on screen, they got a figure.
Yeah.
Even if it was Strident said it the other day, if they were in one panel, 1 second, they were like, hey, we got to make a figure for that guy. And those people got figures.
Mm-hmm. That was like one of the main reasons why I liked Star Wars so much, is because they would give us a figure of a person that would die. Like Greedo's really not even that big of a deal when you think about it. He's not featured in any of the prequels. He's not featured. He's only featured in that death scene. That's pretty much it. I think in that extended scene that they did add with Jabba, where Han is talking to Jabba,
yeah,
I think he's in that, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just cool that they always would add little to no known characters and give them an action figure. It shows a lot for that line and how much people actually care about it.
Well, and I think what was even kind of cool too, that there were backstories on these cards. You could read about who it was. So you may not get any exposition in the actual movie, but you get to read the card and you'd go, oh, that's who this person is. Or I didn't know it was Greedo's cousin that was good. There, I think he's got a figure.
Exactly, especially because of, nowadays we had Google. Back then you didn't have anything.
No.
You know what I mean? You didn't have any of that. So you looked forward to reading stuff on the back of the card, like with G.I. Joes and Star Wars, and pretty much any figure that came out usually had a bio. Now we don't even get that. We're lucky if we get this little bit of a read up in 5 different languages. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this. It's just how much figures have changed is crazy.
Yeah. Here Here's a cool one. There is Luke Skywalker in his Bespin outfit with detachable magnetic hand. And then you can put the little device on the little thing that was on his hand to stop his hand from bleeding or whatever.
Oh, cool.
And this has got a suction cup on it, so you could find a surface and stick it to it, and you could have Luke hanging from it. So,
oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. You could have the Millennium Falcon coming about the, like, you know, if you wanted to do like a real setup, you could do that too.
I'm not saying I did that. Yeah, I did. Hung like fishing line from my room. My roommates are like, "You have way too much time on your hands." Like, I know, it's cool, isn't it? Like, no, it's not. I was just reading about Princess Leia, that her very first slave Leia outfit came in the Powers of the Force line. That Kenner was originally going to do one way back in the Return of the Jedi, and supposedly there's a prototype of it that Kenner they never released it because they thought it was going to be too risque. So it wasn't until the special releases that fans demanded that we get a slave Leia. So this wasn't the first one that was released, but I picked this up because I thought Jabba's gun was so cool on the sail barge.
I can't see it. Go a little bit closer.
Okay.
Oh, that big cannon. Okay.
Yeah, that she's riding around on.
That's really cool. Like that's just a really cool accessory that she got, and that, you know what I mean. They decided to do that. Now, they did release his slave barge, right?
Yeah, they did.
Or sail barge, I should say.
Sail barge, yeah. And I don't think it got a Powers of the Force release. I think it was original Return of the Jedi release.
Okay.
What else we got here? Now,
quick question. Could you add that cannon to the sail barge?
I don't know. I never had the original sail barge. I don't even think I've ever opened this thing up. It doesn't have a peg or anything. You know, you probably can't see it. It's all blurry. So I think it's just meant to sit there. The budget Jedi, if he's watching, I guarantee he would build something and it would look immaculate and this thing would set on it right away. Plug for his channel. If you haven't seen his channel, you want to talk about a guy that'll take a Q-tip, cotton ball, and a piece of cardboard and turn it into something better than what you can buy in the store. I think that's pretty cool. I've got this, the Princess Leia speeder bike.
Oh, cool.
So there's a speeder bike. It's in pieces, but you know, she's probably somewhere else. But see, I loved stuff like this. That nowadays it's like you're getting a figure, no base, no stand, no batarang or whatever. And you know, back in the day, we would get all this cool stuff that had.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, two Jawas in a box, and they each have a gun, and not only the same gun, they have two different guns.
Yeah, you don't get that anymore. We're lucky if we get a Jawa. A Jawa.
Here it is. Here is the very first Princess Leia slave ever released.
There you go.
So, and I like that they did stuff like this to denote like this is the very first series. They would do the not hologram, but the foil, type of sticker on it. And then the second release would just be the standard picture. But this wave had Hoth Soldier, Han Solo Endor gear, Greedo, Tusken Raider, and AT-ST Driver.
That's so cool.
A random assortment of Star Wars figures, but you were like, I have to have all of them.
Yep, I wanted that AT-ST Driver. I think I did. I think I still have it. I have like a tackle box full of like 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures. I should probably do something like that on my channel sometime.
So here's Darth Vader to go.
Is he doing like a force grip?
This is The Empire Strikes Back. So you could have Luke hanging from.
Oh, he's like I am your father.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if you could tell it in package. I have it loose, but you can put this little spire right here on top of this piece, and Darth Vader has an action where he can, cut right through that piece to create, that little thing there.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was something new to the Attack. This was originally the Attack of the Clones line. Then it once the movie had been out a while, they started giving us some older figures. But the Attack of the Clones line was the first one that started having like action type features to them, which some of them worked, but a lot of times you had a figure that just became really loose, and then his legs wouldn't stand. He kept falling over. This got a diorama. It's all cardboard, but I bought it because it came with this Stormtrooper. So I haven't taken out the diorama at all.
Oh, that's cool. Now you got to review these things, man.
Oh,
you got to do that. You got to do it. You did it with the you got to do it. If you did it with the animated series, you got to do it with these now.
I'm going to. There's probably somebody who's like, open that thing up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know there's some prequel stuff in here, so somebody may be going, I don't want to see Jango Fett. I don't want to see Jar Jar. I've got some classic stuff, but like it or love it, for me, it's all still Star Wars. I mean, I'm that guy. Some people hate it and may not tune in. I miss KB Toys. This was marked down. I paid $5.99 for this. I can't tell what the original price was, but how cool was KB Toys?
KB Toys was the best because they always stocked everything.
And if they said, hey, we're putting our trucks coming in on Wednesday and we'll have it up Thursday, when the store opened up Thursday, there was stuff. Yeah. And if they said, oh, we're out of, Kung Fu Grip G.I. Joe, like, oh, we ordered some more. They'll be in. So as long as people kept buying stuff, they just kept ordering it. It just amazed me, going to my local mall and there was a going out of business sale. I'm like, are you serious? They're like, yeah, we're going.
Why did they go out of business? What happened?
I have no idea. Yeah, I loved it. I loved that store.
Shame.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, nice. That's one of the few Jedi I did not have.
Really?
Out of all the Jedi that were released, I never had him.
And I liked that they started giving 2 lightsabers. So you have the hilt and then the one, like a full one here. And there's a little peg that you can put that, the hilt on their side to make it look like it's not out yet. The figures in this first wave, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Queen Amidala, Darth Maul, Jar Jar Binks, Qui-Gon Jinn, Padme. I liked how there was like Queen Amidala and then Padme. Like, ooh, we don't know who she is. There were 13 figures in this first wave. When was the last time any wave recently released 13 figures and they all came out at the same time?
Never.
And you could go get all of these,
Yeah, I remember Darth Maul was damn near impossible to find back then.
That's probably jerks like me that raked them into the shopping cart.
I remember I had the dual one, but I didn't have the one with his cloak from the duel on Tatooine. Oh yeah, there's the Sith Speeder.
And I loved this Darth Maul because he came with the cloth Coke. A cloth Coke, you can drink it.
Came with a cloth Coke? You can drink that? Sweet. It tastes good?
A little coarse around
Did it smell like mothballs?
Little bit.
Okay.
Still one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Mace Windu.
Oh yeah.
With the droid that, and this worked pretty decent. The droid would actually come apart when hit.
That's cool.
It's just very loosely put together. So you'd have to get the droid to stand just ever so perfect. I didn't buy every single one of these because this is pretty deep into a line, all the standard. And then, he's kind of in this weird, funky pose. His legs don't move out of that. So that's just how he stands, and he turns at the waist. So after a while, I was going, I'm going to stop buying some of these. Like, I have the standard figure. So
yeah, I think I have the Mace single release. I have that one.
I'll start doing a couple of these 2 at a time here, because since we're in the prequels. So another Hayden Christensen. Cool. Sorry, I mean, when they started coming out with stuff where they're in their battle damage, or he's got his white robe, I thought that's cool. That not only do they do one figure, but they're doing here's them in his evening gown, here's them in his daytime.
Yep.
Nighttime, daytime.
Did you see the photos? To go off subject for 1 second.
That's fine.
This is my ADD. Did you see the protos for the was it best? Ted. I can't talk. God. The Tatooine Luke, the Black Series 6-inch one.
No.
Yeah, he comes with a cloth robe, and everyone's beating up the figure about it. They're like, "Oh, why do they keep doing cloth?" I'm like, "Because that's what people wear is cloth."
Yeah.
They're like, he looks like the Karate Kid. I don't know. I'm still gonna get it. I think it looks cool though.
I mean, I like some of the plastic capes and the plastic robes, but I do like having cloth that they move. I don't like them when they make the cloth where it looks like it's been dipped in starch and it's completely stiff and it doesn't move.
Yeah. Looks like Batman's wing expanded,
Yeah, almost where it's borderline looking like a Barbie, but still.
Yeah, I hated that look. I'm gonna look up a picture to show you. Go ahead, keep continuing.
Continue. Here we go. C-3PO without any clothes on.
And, put your clothes on.
And then what is this? R3-T7.
Oh, I always liked the different style droids, the different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the different Astro droids and different. I always like those. We need to get more of those.
Now this was cool. This was the Attack of the Clones preview wave. So these are the very first 4 figures that came out. There was Zam Wesell, Jango Fett, R3-T7, and a Clone Trooper. So kind of like the early exclusives that came out before the movie.
Is that? Hold on. Is that? I can't see it because it's fuzzy. Is that Rex? The clone trooper, or is that just a regular clone trooper?
It's just a regular clone trooper.
Okay. Yeah. I was making sure.
So it's going to be fun putting all the stuff back. I've got figures everywhere. I apologize. There is a lot of prequel stuff in here. I do see some other...
How dare you?
How dare I?
We just left all our viewers. They are like, oh, God.
They're gone.
They're gone.
So, I mean, I remember picking this stuff up before the movie.
Yeah.
Before the movie came out, not knowing who half these people were. I just think that's really cool. Yeah, I've got this whole... I love Darth Sidious. I absolutely love this figure.
Yeah, he's probably... Yeah, he's been the main focus for six movies, basically.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see where they go for the new film.
I don't know. Do you think he's still alive? I know for a fact that one of his powers are that he could transfer his consciousness into another body. How interesting would that be if he did that and it was into a body of like Kylo Ren?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Yeah. How interesting would that be?
That would be
that's
crazy.
Why he's obsessed with collecting things of Darth Vader.
Yep.
That part of that is still in his consciousness, his sub.
But he's like super powerful, but not technically a Sith.
Yeah.
Because of that, it's you know what I mean. It's going to be interesting to see.
Let's see. We'll do a few more here. I mean, I can go through this whole entire box.
Just keep going, man. Keep going. Awesome. What's that other one with the black cloak? Is that Anakin?
Oh, this one here?
Yeah.
Count Dooku. Sorry.
Oh, Count Dooku. Okay, couldn't see his face.
Apologize for the glare here. Tried to get most of it off. And I probably couldn't tell. He comes with a little holographic Emperor right here.
Oh, that's so awesome. I didn't even see that. Oh, that's so cool.
So, very cool. He comes with a second lightsaber. I think it's supposed to be a lightsaber of a fallen Jedi. So he's got his lightsaber and then a green lightsaber. Let's see. Here we go. Original Anakin.
There he is, the way he's supposed to look like.
Let me pull this down. Oh, look. It's Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to look.
that's how you're supposed to look.
Not whiny little bitch boy.
This was a cool wave. I think I have most of these guys. Unfortunately, they might not be in this box. Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
Princess Leia with her medal. In this box, I think it's this box. Could be another one. I have. I think had some like a Princess Leia in Love 2-packs, and it was like Princess Leia and Wicket the Ewok, Princess Leia in her Bespin outfit with Han Solo. I have a misprint. It's Princess Leia and Han Solo, but it says Princess Leia and Wicket the Ewok on the on the front card. Here's the. Yeah, some of these are dirty. Here's the Clone Trooper, the preview figure that came out. And then we've got Obi-Wan.
Obi?
Obi, yep.
That's cool. Here's that photo I found. This is just a prototype, so it's not going to look 100% like that, but that's pretty much what Tatooine Luke looks like.
That's cool. I don't know why people are bragging on that.
Well, you make something and give people a reason to bitch about it. So,
excuse me, I am the internet and I have an opinion.
I'm the intrawebs. You will hear me roar. They're also coming out with Jango Fett.
I thought he was supposed to have been out a while ago. Did they pull that back?
They kind of set that line back until next year. It's still the same line. It's still the Black Series line, but they're trying to release as much of The Force Awakens as possible before the movie comes out. So
nice. Here's a couple here. Speaking of cloth, here is Obi-Wan.
Oh wow.
Attack of the Clones, and this is for his Jedi fighter outfit. So you could take the cloak off, and he's got the headband. You can see it there on his head.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we got Padme.
Did she come with the? I can't see it. It's real blurry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she came with her pistol. Okay.
Pistol, yep.
That's like the end of the movie, towards the end.
Yep. As they're taking back the palace.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. This is electronic Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Electronic Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
So, if I can get the back of it, I think I've got Darth Vader in here too. So that's what they look like.
Oh, that's like the duel. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see the little turny knob here. So you could almost like Rock'em Sock'em robots. They'll go.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the lightsabers will glow and go. Wow, wow, wow.
That's awesome.
But I like that it's a card. Well, sorry, I'm doing this really fast. Cardboard cutout. So you'd have to cut this out to have the back part of the Millennium. But sorry, I'm really fuzzy here. I apologize. But you have an actual plastic piece of the hanger right here. So
that's cool.
It would connect. So at least part of it. And the
like
base.
A diorama piece, basically.
Yeah. Sorry, let me get this back. Try to get back.
Ework said he's almost done.
And I'm almost done. So and he'll go, hey, Rob, can you show all your figures again?
Yeah, show them all again. Do it again.
Trying to get my camera to refocus here. I apologize. So I'm going to do really close up.
There you go. That's a good one. Oh, wow. Yeah, her Coruscant outfit.
Yep. And then the standard outfit. Yeah, I apologize. I was assuming there was going to be more old school guys. So here's a couple more here.
So, I mean, just look how many episode 1 figures came out. It's just crazy,
Yeah, I mean,
they had so much, and it's like for this release, it's like they're barely doing anything.
Yeah, I have the whole entire wave is in here. I have the Darth Maul, Senator Palpatine.
Yeah, that's the Darth Maul I had. That was when that movie first came out. That's the one I had.
That's a great figure. I still love this figure.
It's awesome, yeah.
And I like the Chancellor's, you see the clear part would peg into his back, his little droid or drone that would kind of follow him around.
Oh
It
yeah,
looks like it's kind of hovering
See,
around.
I didn't even think about doing something like that. It's just so cool that they decided to do that, to add that in, because you don't even think about that little droid following him around.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you ready? The figure of all figures.
Oh God,
Misa, hope I'm not in the next.
Misa are fucking annoying. Misa gonna ruin episode 1 for you.
Oh, I love this guy. I love this guy. So I'm trying not to step on people.
Oh, Hoth Chewbacca. Wow, that's awesome.
I like how he's painted, the snow. I love the hand right here.
Yeah.
So what's this?
Wow, that's so cool. They look how many different versions they gave. That's just so awesome. We just don't get stuff like that. That's what they should have done with that second release of Chewbacca.
Yeah. I mean, and look at the read up here. I mean, I probably can't read the whole thing, but look how long it is.
That's a great read up. That's like reading Wikipedia right now.
Yeah. And I bet if I read this, it's probably they got it from Wikipedia.
Probably.
I should say they got it from Wikipedia. Wikipedia got it from them. So.
Yep, exactly, yeah. That's what they should have done with the because they re-released Chewbacca. They should have. You remember when Chewbacca had that like part in his hair almost?
Oh yeah. You
know how he had that like different hairstyle? What was that in episode 2?
Yeah.
Or no, episode 2. Episode 4.
4, yeah. I did promise some Powers of the Force figures, the original trilogy. So
here we go. Now we're getting to the coup de grace.
Okay, here we go. I want 6-inch figures of this guy.
Oh yeah, I totally want those. Did you see the Resistance Trooper I showed you?
Yes.
I want like 10 of those.
Palpatine.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's got his
electricity. Yeah. Or lightning, I should say.
Electricity, yeah. Very cool. The back of this, coming summer 1999, to Galaxies Everywhere, new Star Wars vehicles and characters, obviously promoting
Episode 1.
Episode 1, but yeah. So this was the end of the Power of the Force line.
What a great line that was. It really was. For what, it started in 96 or 95?
Oh, I do have Princess Leia. Sweet. So there is Luke.
Oh yeah, that's the Luke that always eluded me.
I love this Luke.
I could never find him.
Look, he's got the little binocular.
Now look at that Luke, okay? And then you look at the Rey figure, and you tell me that there isn't similarities there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that long staff she has, and him with his long range rifle, I believe it was.
I mean, just look, yeah, and look at the outfit. It's very similar.
Extremely similar, yeah.
I mean, Star Wars has always been about the Skywalker family, so
yeah, it's got to continue. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's his daughter. It's got to be his daughter.
Yeah. If nothing else, I mean, it could be Leia's daughter. I mean,
it could. That could be that too.
She's technically so. You're a little short for a stormtrooper.
I have that one. I have the Han Solo one you had to mail away for.
So do I.
Yeah.
I have the Obi-Wan. I have the original Emperor Palpatine from Return of the Jedi. You had to cut the UPC box codes off.
Yep.
And a friend of mine's car. Long story short, his parents' car had caught on fire, and he had that figure down in the cup holder compartment.
Oh no!
Clothes, and it was the only thing that survived out of the car.
What?
Yeah. So I'll put up a review of that guy. I'll take some pictures of it. You can kind of see the heat got to him a little bit, but back to I have 2 of her. Why do I have 2?
Because you want to send one to me.
Okay.
I will.
Kidding. You said it. It's yours now, buddy. Oh, here we go. The original Powers of the Force wave. The very first. Something from my Batman Forever Batmobile. I don't know how that got in this box.
Nice.
So, here's the original Trinity. Princess Leia.
Oh, That's another figure I never had the chance to get. Yeah, we need to get a Black Series figure of that too.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we haven't. I mean, I'm surprised Slave Leia got.
Why Slave Leia was first, I have no idea. They should have just released her with that San Diego Comic-Con Jabba exclusive.
Yeah, that'd have been perfect.
Like that's fine. Just do that. Yep, I got that Han. Yep.
Han Solo. Yep.
Luke. Yep. Obi. That's another figure I couldn't find.
I have the Ghost version.
Oh, you do? I have the Ghost version. Yeah, I never did at the original.
Let's see. We'll save that guy. And I like that they started coming with like
that was when he's on
Bespin.
Yeah, Bespin, that's right, yeah.
Very cool. And I like where they started doing actual scenes from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little enhances in packaging, I think. Makes it. I'll get the prequels out of the way here. There's a couple more prequel. Oh, I gotta quit looking.
Little whiny bitch boy and Obi
that agreed to take him on just because somebody told him to.
Yep.
That's what I hated, that it was not his decision to. It's like, I'm gonna do it because you said.
Yeah, it was his dying wish.
Dang it! Why'd you have to die? Thanks, Darth Maul.
You're welcome.
C-3PO, Sandy, C-3PO, oily C-3PO.
Sandy, clean your vagina.
Well, it does get itchy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Princess Leia in her Ewok outfit.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, and this could have been a 6-inch figure ahead. I mean,
yep.
Slave Leia is cool, but that's not the first figure I would have done.
Yeah, I don't think I would have done that. I would have made that an exclusive.
There's the Hayden. Sorry. All right. We were talking about this video.
Hayden.
We were talking.
I know this really annoying girl named Hayden, and she changed her name to Hayden, and she's just every time I think of Hayden Christensen, I associate her with him, and I just like, oh God, just shut up. Anyway, okay, sorry. Dash Rendar. Here we go. Sorry for the tangent.
No, that's fine. I hate her too, dude. I hate her.
Yeah, good. You should.
I hate Godzilla. He destroys cities. Darth Vader. This Darth Vader I always thought was way too bulky.
Yeah, he's too he's like a friggin' defensive lineman, for Christ's sake.
See, and this is where people are like, I don't like cloth capes. I hate this plastic cape.
I hated it because it got in the way of him standing, and the way his feet were, they were kind of, he had to put the right leg back and keep the left leg forward, and the cape would always push his back leg forward, and then he would fall over.
Yeah.
That's the part I hated about that figure.
Annoying. We have Han Solo and Endor.
Yep.
Love that guy.
Yep.
I'm losing places to put. There's just figures everywhere. I'll save that. Oh, some good ones in here at the bottom.
Oh, Sand People.
Love Sand. I think I have 13 of these guys.
Yeah.
So I thought, ooh, before I knew what arming building was, I was just like, oh, I need a bunch of them,
Yep.
I'm hearing my wife go, 13. Why do you have 13?
13 Sand People.
Because I don't have 14. I
love these characters, even though they did absolutely nothing in the films and they were just standing there.
I wanted Luke to fight these guys.
Yes,
every time
exactly.
How cool would that have been?
That would have been amazing to see him just like dispatch that. Even if he just destroyed them in 2 seconds, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, I just wanted to see some sort of duel with them involved.
And just seeing them come off the Emperor's ship, like in whole droves. That's just great.
But the one thing that was cool is that I think the Star Wars franchise actually realized that, and I'll go off on just a little bit of a rant for 2 seconds about it, because they featured them in the Force Awakens video game. You actually do have to fight them in the Force Awakens video game, which was pretty cool. So you actually got to figure out what kind of fighting skills they do have, but it was featured in a video game. But at least you got to see them finally fight.
Yeah. All right.
Next.
Yep,
Yep, got that one. I always kept losing his cane, so I had to like buy another one.
Yeah, I think I've got 2 of this guy, and I don't know if you kept in my little tackle box. I had all the places for all the accessories, but after a while, I started going, I don't know whose gun this is. So then I started writing on Ziploc bags and putting them all in.
Yeah.
Now tell me this does not remind you of Finn.
Yeah, it does. It totally does. Look at the coat, the pants.
I wish this was Luke's outfit for A New Hope.
Well, Finn's pants are black, but I'm just saying the overall style.
The style,
of the way he looks looks like Finn. Yeah.
I like this height, 1.75 meters, status Jedi in training, rebel pilot, human, rebel alliance weapon of choice, blaster pistol, lightsaber.
Yep.
And does it come with a lightsaber? I think that's really weird. Okay, 3 figures to go, and then something kind of big. Hey, look at that! More Batman Forever. Found a wing. Okay, here we go, Anthony.
Snowtrooper. Look how he's like black. He's like black in the photo.
I think it's.
It's like
the hologram.
It's like a shadow. Okay.
Yeah.
They look like he's like black. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that design. That was just so cool. Snowtroopers.
All right, 2 more here. Luke.
Yep, I think that was my favorite figure out of the whole line. Was that it just looked amazing.
Now there was after it was San Diego Comic-Con exclusive where I never got it, but the tunic part or the vest robe is brown.
Oh, okay.
So whatever convention that was, and the lightsaber was a little bit longer. The hilt was down here, and the blade went almost all the way to the top.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
I always thought it was cool that they would differentiate between the lightsabers as well. Like you would never get the same mold,
right,
of the hilt. You know what I mean? Like it would be a different hilt every single time with each figure.
Yeah, that was great. Here's the last figure in the box.
Nice. Bespin Luke.
Very cool. I don't think this hand is not detachable. Oh yes, with detachable hand.
That's so cool. We didn't even get that with the Black Series. They couldn't even give us a detachable.
No, and the hand was big enough that you probably would still lose it. But I always had the intention of opening these things, and I never did. All right, now I don't have it, but I can. I have it. But it's upstairs. I know where it is. But here's the box.
Oh, nice. That's so cool.
So there's nothing in here. It's just the box, but I do have it.
That's so cool. I would like a deluxe figure of that.
Oh, yeah. This would be great. They could
that would be amazing. Oh, yeah, because it wouldn't be too big.
And that was something I liked in the prequel. Not the prequel, the remasters. I like actually seeing the Dewbacks walk and kind of move around.
Because in the original, you saw him, but it was like way far away, and it was on a hill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's it.
And you got maybe like a close, up close shot of him maybe once, but it was only a mannequin just from like maybe here, or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, they could do that if they released the Tauntaun and the Wampa, then they should be able to release something like that. That would be cool, and still be within the $50 range.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
So I won't spend the whole video putting things back. But
okay, yeah,
I've got
just walk all over your action figures.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't care. I've got to enjoy them twice, so now I'm just going to destroy them. So let me try to get up. They're just all over the place. So that's the let me get back on me real quick. That's the live unboxing. So Strident, I believe, is supposed to show up here, so we may do a little bit of a time killing just for a little bit. What's on your mind there, buddy? Did we lose the Anthony's talking and there's no voice. There we go.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I must have I think I hit the mute button by accident. I will unbox Constable Zuvio while we were waiting for Strident. How's that?
Excellent. Camera's on you, buddy. Ready to roll.
Okay, let's do it. Yes, wifey's nail file. Why not?
That's the bonus of marrying a chick, dude. They have all kinds of cutting tools.
Oh, exactly. They're always doing something with cutting.
And the scary part too, so don't piss her off.
Oh, to talk about the box, you got this. You got the window display in the front, and he comes with some accessories. It's pretty cool.
What's his bio read, real quick?
His bio says a vigilant law officer on a mostly lawless world. The tough and humorless Constable Zuvio keeps order in a frontier trading post. So there's a read up if you want to read it. Double read it.
There it goes. A vigilant law officer, mostly. Oh, you already read it.
Yeah.
I'll read the foreign language. Verse.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sounds like not going to read that. Okay.
Okay, all right. Just checking. All right, let's get him out here. Am I like yelling when I'm talking? Because I don't know how sensitive the microphone is.
No, you sound nice and clear.
Okay. All right. He comes with a backpack, and he's got like this staff thing. Good Lord, you dog, you all right? What the hell's the matter with you? Oh. You hear that?
Yeah, I can.
Oh! What'd you do? Eat a squirrel?
What was a gopher?
A gopher. Okay, so here's his backpack.
Wait for it. Zoom in. Oh, there we go. That's a nice detail.
Yeah, it's got a nice wash over it.
I like the looks like an antenna. Oh, that must be the peg to go in the back.
Yeah, that's the peg that goes in the back, but there is an antenna up top. And I like how the straps actually reach around and go around.
And it looks like it's the straps of his outfit, so I imagine it probably fits in with his cloak or whatever he's wearing.
Yep. And now here's his next accessory. It's the kind of staff.
Huh.
So he's got like a bladed edge up here, and then he's kind of got like almost looks like a club at the back portion. Now there's no paint on this. This is strictly just plastic.
Oh, okay.
But there is sculpting in there. There's like little rivets going up on all the way through here, and then rivets on the side here. So it looks kind of like a club. So if you were to hit someone in the face with it, it'd probably get their teeth knocked out. But here's the blade. It's nice, and it actually is textured.
Oh yeah, you can see that. I think it's just interesting to know. We don't even know how much screen time this character is going to get. He could be
no idea.
He could be in there for 2 minutes, like in an opening scene, and that's it. Or he could be a main character.
Exactly.
It's just so cool.
It is really cool. Yeah, he's on the shorter side. He's not very tall either. So here's a close up of his face.
Look at those eyes.
Like. I know. Look at his
big eyes.
Nose is huge.
Look at the color scheme at the shoulders. Looks like not Jango Fett, Boba Fett.
Yeah, it does.
The color scheme
does. The color scheme does look, and even on his helmet, it looks like Boba Fett's color scheme as well.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty obvious color choice. Oh, I like the back of his head too, with the piping going in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Maybe he has venom.
Maybe he has venom. He's gonna turn it. Batman shows up on Jakku.
Somebody's like, Batman's everywhere.
All right, so his backpack just kind of plugs into the back portion, like so. Yeah, and there you go. And there's these little holes that you have to kind of peg in as well.
Oh,
for the backpack to look like it's kind of connected to him.
So it almost looks like it's going through his jacket. So he would have to take his spinning back around to the front.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe the jacket was open that you could kind of see the part of the backpack. I guess not.
No.
Yeah.
And it does sit a little bit off kilter, like a little bit crooked, but I think it's just the way it's designed. It's supposed to be like that. So
that's cool. I like the wash on it, and it looks like it's been beat up. Like, well, obviously, is on Jakku, so a very Tatooine-ish planet.
Yeah. So There's also some wash going throughout the front portion of his, I'll just say, skirt here. Or poncho, I'll say.
Poncho.
Poncho
Villa. Is that a double? I know I'm getting ahead. Is that a double knee joint?
Yeah, he's got double jointed knees, and he's got single joints at the elbow. For some reason, I don't know why the Black Series chose to go back to single jointed elbows. I would prefer they go back to double jointed, but for some reason they switched to these single joints with the swivel at the elbow instead of giving us a bicep swivel. I'm not really sure why they decided to do that again, but I wish they would go back to double jointed elbows and bicep swivels.
And I think we've commented before, but it's kind of a redundant articulation. You've got the bend at the elbow and then the swivel at the elbow. So if it doesn't, I mean, yeah, you can turn it, but there's nothing higher up to get a full range around the bicep.
Here's his little gauntlets. That's what they look like. Focus, come on.
You have one job to do, camera. Close. It looks like there's some orange, or is it just red?
It's just basically a red.
Okay.
It's like a kind of like almost
almost
a maroon red, but there's like a little bit of a silver wash over it, so it gives that good feel of, he's in a dirty place, basically. He's been wearing these clothes for quite some time. Here's the wash, and here's his basically his boots.
Oh, those are cool. And I like how it looks like a piece of material like hanging off of a side of one of the boots. It's not extremely like flush. It almost looks like, an ace bandage, if you will, coming off his right foot.
Yep. It's really cool because they have a really good. I would say the number one thing about these Star Wars figures is that Marvel Legends don't get is the fact that they get extra paint apps, they get a dry brushing, they get an extra wash over throughout the entire figure, and it's not just very inconsistent like Marvel Legends are. I mean, these guys really do get a lot of love put into them. So I mean, it's nice to see that. But as far as his articulation, his head can do 360, and it can look up. It's pretty much up as far as it's getting. It's a little bit past eye level, I'd say.
His eye level is rather.
It can look down pretty okay. I wouldn't say the best.
We got
some job turkeys.
I just noticed it. Is there like a microphone on the side of his head, or is that part of is it a helmet strap?
You know what? I really don't know here. I'll give you a better look. I really don't know what the heck that is, to be honest with you, but he's got it on both sides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got it on this side as well.
Oh, I don't know if I didn't notice that the first time. Huh.
It almost looks like maybe it's like because it does connect to the wire in the tubing in the back, that it almost looks like maybe it's some sort of translator for when he talks, maybe. Or maybe it's some sort of breathing apparatus. I don't know, because his face is pretty well wrapped when it comes to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something's covering his mouth, so we don't know what his mouth looks like, but pretty cool. His arms go up. They do go down. He can do a full 360. He's got a pretty decent bend at the elbow for a single jointed elbow. So there's that. And then he's got a swivel. He does have a wrist rotation, and that's hidden underneath the gauntlet.
Oh, that's nice.
So it is there. And then it does have a hinge as well going in and out.
Excellent.
I don't know if he has a diaphragm joint. Let me take this backpack off. He does have a waist swivel, but I'm assuming it's up at the diaphragm joint because that's where most of the Black Series figures how they work. He does have a little bit of a crunch forward and back, just a little bit.
Is the cloak or the tunic like a soft pliable, or is it more stiff and rigid?
You know what? I'd be careful because, and I can see it on mine. It's not all one piece. It looks like the plastic kind of, if you pop the head off like this, it looks like the plastic piece or this tunic, I'll just call it, or poncho, kind of went over and then they clipped it in. They glued it in on the seam right here.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I would be careful kind of flailing this thing up because I feel like the glue might eventually, dissipate or go or not be as what's the word I'm looking for?
may not hold up over time.
Yeah, it basically won't hold up over time, and then this will be loose and you'll be flopping all over the place. You know what I mean? But it is pliable. You can move it up.
Okay.
The back portion's a little bit more tough because I feel like it's got a little bit more plastic to it, but you can still move it up a little bit. The legs can go forward about that far. They can do the splits decently, I guess. It's a little bit hindered by the poncho or tunic. He does have double jointed knees.
That's so weird with the double jointed knees and not a double jointed.
It's so odd. It's super odd. He does have the thigh swivel as well.
Oh, okay.
So you can get it like the worst camera angle right now. There you go.
And I think it probably goes without saying you will review this figure.
Yeah, I'll do like an official review of it. Yeah. No boot swivel, but he does have the ankle hinge, which goes forward and does go back, and he does have the ankle pivot, and he's got the 2 peg holes at the bottom of his feet.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean that's it. I mean he's pretty simple figure when it comes to your typical Black Series line, but he does hold his staff nicely in this hand, in his right hand.
Oh, nice.
And he can hold it fine in the other one too. I think it's actually a little bit better of a grip in the left hand than the right.
It looks like it.
Yeah. So, but he's pretty decent. And I never mind picking up new characters, so I think it's pretty cool.
Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, sorry. I'm just
messing around with it.
Posting a link here just in case.
It's okay. Is he coming on or what's going on?
I was just looking here. I apologize, folks. We're trying to get another Roger on here. So just in case he happens to see it, I put out another invitation. We've been saying it a couple different ways here that we're buying figures for a movie that's September, October, November, December. We're going to be in a couple days. We're going to be down to 3 months till this thing comes out. And for a brief moment, I thought the movie wasn't coming out till the end of December. Isn't it like December 17th?
December 17th is the official release date. Yeah. So it's what? Yeah, 2.5 months away.
Jeez, wow. I mean, they put that in perspective.
It's crazy.
2.5 months away, and then it's about almost under 6 months now for BVS, or now Snyder's considering calling it Man of Steel 2. Well, it's kind of sort of Man of Steel.
Well, then you should have named it Man of Steel.
Yeah.
You dumb. I always didn't see this as Man of Steel 2 because it's not really Man of Steel. I mean, it's kind of it is what it's titled, Batman versus Superman. This is a kind of a joint film. It's Batman's film just as much as it's Superman's film. You know what I mean?
I think it's literally the bridge that they've been talking about for a while. I think use that in reference to, it's not a Justice League movie, it's not a Batman movie, it's not a Man of Steel movie. It's the connecting piece that's going to be for the universe. There was a topic on, I about said AMC Collider video with John Campy and those guys that somebody had wrote in. Do you think they'll make a Man of Steel? Not a Man of Steel, geez, a BVS 2? Because this movie is going to be huge, and people are saying, "Oh, we want a sequel." You're going to get that sequel in the Justice League. You might as well call the Justice League the sequel for BVS.
There's no need to have a Batman versus Superman 2. Why would they fight each other twice?
Unless somebody pointed out you could call it World's Finest, and then it's a Batman, Superman. But
everyone wants to see the Justice League, so what's the point of that?
Right.
I would just rather do Justice League movies. I don't need to see just those two. You know what I mean? They're not the most important. I want to see like the Flash, and I want to see Wonder Woman, and I want to see, you know, if they throw Cyborg in there, or if they throw, you know, Shazam in there, or whatever they're gonna do. I'd like to see that. Aquaman, you
know. I just had something going Star Wars, and I totally blanked. I don't know. You got anything?
Oh man, I could go on for days talking about this. I don't know, between how much is coming out within the next 2.5 months.
Yeah.
With all of this stuff coming out, and just how the movie is in general, how little is being released, it's making me more excited for the film because there's less being released, and I don't want to know anything. I've seen my one trailer that I've allowed myself to see, and that's it. And I'm not going to see any more trailers, and I hope they don't release any more trailers. To be honest with you, I would prefer them not to release the trailers, just because it's annoying when I'm watching a television show and then a commercial comes on. And it's like this long ass trailer. I'm like, no, turn the channel. You know. But how much is being released? Not only that, it's just we got Battlefront coming out, which is kind of they're what I'm trying to say is that whoever's handling the Star Wars, which is Disney now, is handling it properly. Disney knows what the hell they're doing. They know what the hell they're doing with Marvel, and they know what the hell they're doing with Star Wars. They're bridging the gap perfectly between now and the release date. This way we're not yearning for so much. You know, we got the video game to bridge the gap. We have the in-between comics to bridge the gap, to know what's going on, just to give you a little bit of appetizer that you need before the main course comes.
I like that, at least with this movie, that everything is so vague. You're not exactly sure, like, how are all these First Order troopers together? Who's commanding them? What's going on? You know, buying T-shirts and just the figure that you just were showing there. I have no idea who that is.
I have no idea.
I find it intriguing. I don't want there to be. I think with not trying to go back to Batman, but I don't know if it was the 89 film or whatever it was, that the graphic novel or the novel would come out before the movie, so you could read the book or whatever and then go to the theater and go, oh yeah, this is what I don't want any of that type of stuff coming on. I don't want a book leading up to it. I don't want, some Star Wars Insider magazine that's giving you all the lowdown on all the characters. Like, wait till after the movie comes out. I'm more curious what's going to happen after the movie, after, let's say, December 18th. Once that hits, what's going to happen with the Star Wars stuff after that?
Yep. Really, and I think that's, Disney's smart, and they know, like I said, they know what they're doing because they're releasing unknown characters now, and they're selling. They're in high demand, and you don't know anything about them. And they're making money on them, and they're smart because, if you release this after the movie and this guy's in it for 10 seconds and no one cares about him, no one's going to buy it. Yeah. Right? Am I right? Yeah. That's just how it is. So they're smart. They're pushing out, I think, lesser known characters before the movie, and they're doing it in an intelligent way, and they're selling. And the other thing is that, I think if this movie does well, which I think it will, I really do think it will, just with the acting talent that they have, with the overall huge difference from the previous movies, you're adding a African American as a main character finally.
Yes. Yeah.
After how many films? You know what I mean? And Lando, okay, we all know Lando's in there, but he was a supporting character. He wasn't a main character, really.
Right.
Well, you're finally getting that difference that really the Star Wars franchise needed before that didn't have. And I think it's going to do really well. I really do think it's going to do well. With the Phantom Menace, you didn't know what you were getting. You figured because of the other 3 movies that it was just going to be automatically awesome because George Lucas is doing it, and it's going to be his baby, and he wants to devote the, he wanted to, make these movies for his children. So he was going to, handle it with kid gloves and make sure it was perfect. And then look how that turned out. So it's good that Disney owns it now, and I think they're going to do a really good job with this franchise. And I think after the movie hits, it's just going to get bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like how, not that I'm scared the movie's not going to do anything, but is it going to pull the numbers of a Phantom Menace, and then after it comes out, people are just like, oh my gosh, what a train wreck this was. Like, yeah, it's the biggest box office opening of all time, but is it going to sustain it? Is it going to be, you've seen this movie 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, that it's just gaining so much. I think it's going to. There's not a part of me that's afraid that it's not. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think that there is a little bit of hesitation probably for some people that the prequels were what they were, but on the other hand, you have J.J. Abrams that knows the stuff, loves the stuff, and it's not being held by George Lucas anymore, which I'm kind of sad about. Being a Star Wars fan, I wanted a presence of George Lucas in here, even if he was just the voice box for this, that he was doing some interviews and he was excited about it, but that he has, no interaction whatsoever. As kind of a fanboy, it bothers me a little bit. Does that bother you at all?
See, now we don't know because the movie's not out. My biggest fear is that I just don't want any of my characters to be too modern. I don't want them to be modern anyway because, and how you always got that feeling like when you watch a Star Wars movie, whether it's the original or even the prequel, there's that almost kind of like the '89 Batman movie. It's got that timeless feel to it. Like there's no era. You don't really fit it in with a certain era. Like it didn't fit in even with the late '70s.
You're not seeing
how the characters looked. You know what I mean? It didn't fit in with that time. It fit in with its own time because Star Wars is its own identity. You know what I mean? As a franchise and as just a creative universe, it's really its own thing. And just like the '89 Batman movie, it's a timeless look to it. It's not necessarily 50s, but you can also tell it's kind of 80s mixed with a little bit more of a modern era too because of the tech and stuff like this. And you didn't really pick up on one specific time. Like it wasn't just all about the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not even like the '89, like you were saying. There's nothing in it where you're seeing hey, that's the Chrysler 1989, blah blah blah. Like
yep.
it automatically dates it. Like Back to the Future, you look at it and go, that is clearly 1985. Everything screams 85 because it was supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't even want any modern references in the day and age we're living in. Don't try and weave our social issues and all this. It's its own thing. I want Star Wars to be its own thing where I go to the movie theater and I can escape all of this BS and just be entertained with their problems that their world is having and go, oh, that's a social issue we're dealing with. I don't want any of that. I don't want it 15 years from now.
I don't want any references to anything. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want. I want it to be what it's always been, and even in the prequels, it's been like that. It's always been its own thing. You know what I mean? The issues are its own issues, not worldly, well-known issues, like you were saying. And that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of movies have problems with doing that. They always add some worldly issue into it, and even with the Batman movies, they've done that. They always added something. What was it? What did they add? Well, they add the the Jesus mentality with Man of Steel. I mean,
yeah,
he's look at. I mean, look at Superman's story. I mean, he's basically Jesus. My dog is like,
well,
hey buddy, how's it going?
Even doing the whole in the Nolan movies with The Dark Knight, was it Lau? There was no extradition proceedings, so Batman. I know that's a real world thing, and he was trying to keep it grounded in the real world. But I don't even want that in my superhero movies. I think the Nolan films are fine and great for what they were. I want to see Ben Affleck pull a Batman Arkham Knight and be gliding off the top of a building and kind of like have it be that thing that Batman can glide into Superman, or that Kylo Ren can force crush an X-wing fighter right out of the sky and slam it down to the ground. And
that would be amazing.
and be believable in that, and go, well, that really technically can't happen. I know it technically can't happen because it doesn't happen here on Earth. Don't ground my movie in reality and make me go, oh, that's right, it is 2015.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see any of that. But I don't think I have a feeling that Abrams, since he grew up, he's like us. He's around our age range. So he pretty much grew up with Star Wars, and that was his big thing. That's why he jumped ship from doing Star Trek, to doing Star Wars. He was originally given the reins to do more Star Trek films, and he was like, I'm going to give that up because they offered me Star Wars, and that's my baby. Yeah. So I trust him. I love what he did with Star Trek. So that piece of work alone, I know a lot of people don't like those Star Trek movies because they're like, oh, I hate what they did with, Khan, and I'm like, I don't mind it too bad.
No,
it wasn't bad. It wasn't like horrible.
No.
It was just Benjamin Cumberbatch playing Khan. That's all. Just didn't have he didn't have that 80s fucking hair looking like he was from Beyond the Thunderdome. Tina Turner.
Beyond the Thunderdome.
But I'm super excited for this movie.
Hero. Sorry, singing on YouTube. Great. Now I'm gonna get.
Yeah, right. We're gonna get this yanked real quick.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good movie. I really do.
And I think we've said it a couple different times on here that it doesn't look. Probably in some shots you could probably go, oh, that's J.J. Abrams, but just even in the trailers alone, it looks like Lucas. I think that's a huge tip to the hat that JJ looked at all the the original films and go, I want my movie to look like it belongs exactly in line. So I'm not going to do the JJ thing. I'm going to do the Star Wars thing. And I think that's the biggest compliment that I can pay JJ. I mean, we haven't even seen it yet, but just even the trailers, like when you saw the Star Trek trailers, you go, oh, it's J.J. Abrams' film. And that's not a knock. I like the Star Trek films. But I thought that was great that it does not look like his own creation.
Exactly. And I've heard a couple podcasts where people are really upset about the fact that, where are the Sith? Like, what role is the Sith? There's like no Sith in this because technically it's, they're going off of the Knights of Ren, and they're going to do that thing. And then, he's not Kylo Ren isn't a Sith. What's going on? Like, is the Sith that does not exist anymore? I'm like, you guys calm down. You haven't seen the movie yet. Nor has anything been explained. Everything is very cryptic, and there's a reason for that. Okay. Just because, and so people are this is the interesting point about it, watching these Star Wars podcasts and listening into just any type of podcast is that so many people want information before the movie comes out. And it's like, what is the point of that? You're ruining the experience for yourself when you do that. You're learning all this stuff that you could just learn by watching the movie, and that's the whole point of the movie, is to be surprised. Like, no one knew that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father. That was the whole point of why episode 3 or 4, 5, and 6 were released before 1, 2, and 3.
That experience alone, when I remember being in the theater, and you could tell right away Luke Luke is probably not going to get out of this. As soon as he gets his hand cut off, I'm like, the hero is going to lose. And I was actually kind of worried about that. And hearing that reveal, I remember grabbing my dad's shoulder and be like, what did he say? You know, did he just say, I'm your father? And my dad's like, shut up, you know, shut up, shut up, you little 12-year-old brat. I'm trying to hear about his being his father. But that's like saying, I want to go on a roller coaster before the ride opens so I know what it is. Oh, yeah, this is this hill. You get on and you're just excited for the ride. I'm not going to read the book ahead of time. And my wife would do that. She'll read, you know, the new Nicholas Sparks movie before she goes to see the film. I'm like, why? I get that the book and the movie could be different depending on how they're written, but, you know, I want to know how the food tastes before I eat it. Just enjoy it for what it is. Don't thumb to the back of the book to see how it ends and then read the front of the book. You know, it's like, please, can you fast forward to the end of the movie so I know what happens, and then we'll go backwards.
That's what's the point of that? What's the fun? You're ruining the experience for yourself when you do stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just I totally agree with what you're saying.
I mean, I just saw something on El Mayimbe, whatever doofus's name is, on Heroic Hollywood or whatever, just like putting up scoop after scoop after scoop. Like if he puts out, you know, 12 things, 3 of them could be true. It's like, why? Why are you purposely trying to go out of the way to try and potentially spoil things to just get information out of there?
Because he wants more views. Because he wants more likes and he wants more viewers and he wants more subscribers, and that's just how everything is now. Everything is a measure of how much followers or subscribers you have, or how many retweets you have, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even on Twitter anymore. Like, I have a Twitter account, but I don't use it for the main reason that everything gets destroyed on Twitter. Every experience you want to, any type of information that you need is on Twitter. And that's why I stay away from it, because sometimes I don't need information like that.
You know, going to concerts and finding out what the band's set list is before you get there. And it's like, I mean, yeah, you're still getting to see the band live, but having that experience of like, oh, they're playing that song, that's cool, rather than being like, okay, they're going to play Jukebox Hero next.
Yeah. I think that's one of the most annoying things us as humans, as a society now. Now I'm going off on a real big tangent.
No, go for it.
It's one of the real annoying things that human beings, just as a whole, like, we have to know everything. We have to know it now. It's like, when do we turn into these annoying like, there's a difference between a man-child, like we're man-childs. You know, we collect action figures, but we don't need to know every little fucking thing that's going on. Like, I don't need to know everything that's going on in the NFL in 8 hours. Like, I don't need to know that. I'll find that out on a website if I want to, or I'll find it out the next day. You know, it's just the annoyance that everyone has to know it, and they have to know it now. It's just like, I miss like waking up and like reading the newspaper, and I'm 32 years old. Like, it's not like I'm that old. You know what I mean? Like, we're not that old. Like, no. But waking up, reading a newspaper, going to, you know, buy a newspaper and just reading, and oh, this happened yesterday. Wow, that's great. But like, and I get like people want to know news right away. And I get the fact that like certain things, like important things, like if, you know, there was a nuclear bomb in Afghanistan or something bad happened and a bunch of people died, like that's stuff that you should probably know. Though that's important stuff. Okay. But the little things like ruining movies and sending out spoilers on people's Facebook page or on Twitter, or retweeting it to their account so they read it, and then you screw over the Arkham Knight for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, how many people were sending out spoilers for that? What, 2 days before the release? It was ridiculous.
Yeah. And, you know, not to try to go into Arkham Knight, but since you brought it up, people posting the images of the Joker, like when you're in the hallucination state from the fear toxin, you see the Joker with the gun there. I saw that image, I think, a week before the game, and I'm like, son of a gun. I have waited months to play this game, and what drives me nuts in any social media or anything right now is people don't know how to type crap in. Do not put it in the top line of your header of, you know, Kylo Ren is Rob Myers, you know. don't let that be the first thing in your header. That's the clickbait. It's like, well, thanks a lot. You just ruined it. Or somebody will post on Facebook, hey, did you see that Jason Todd is the Arkham Knight? Why?
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Don't even send somebody a private message, doing about that. Like, is the product out yet? No. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Some people, sorry if you're out there, I don't mean to get on my high horse. If I see you doing stuff like that, delete. I am no longer.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I won't unfriend you, but I'm going to hide your feed because I don't want to see the malarkey. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. It's cool when somebody says, "Hey Rob, did you see there's going to be Dick Grayson Nightwing figure coming out?" Cool, thanks a lot. Don't tell me, "Hey, did you see that Dick Grayson's really Nightwing?" Ah, crap. Why are you sending me that?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good example to bring up because a lot of people do that shit all the time. They'll send me PMs. They'll ask me a question and they'll be like, "Oh, did you hear this about Batman vs Superman?" I'm like, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to. I just don't answer I don't want to answer the PM then. Like if you send me a message or if you even on my YouTube page, like people like say stuff about Batman versus. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know anything. Like that's the thing. So I'll delete your comment if you're gonna give me a spoiler. I'll just have to delete it. My subscribers are usually pretty good though. They don't do stuff like that. So don't have to worry about it. I'm just using it as an example. That stuff's annoying. It needs to stop. The constant gotta know it and gotta know it now. It's like almost the mentality of every single New Yorker, I should say. Like New York City is very fast paced. Not saying that everyone else is slow and boring, but everything's got to be now. Got to hurry up, get the fuck out of my way. Yeah, my way. Yeah, move. Hey, over here, move. I'm in the way. You're in the way. I'm in the way. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, drive in traffic, and that's how people surf the web. If like the speed limit is 65 miles an hour, why are you on my ass going 70?
Yeah.
And then when I'm in the slow lane and I'm going 65 and you go plowing around me and you're like, "Hey, what the hell?"
Yeah. Or they give you this.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm in the slow lane. What's the matter with you?
It's like the entitlement. I am me, so I'm entitled to know what I want to know. I always like, well, just tell me the end of the movie. Are you going to go see it? Well, I might. Then go see it. I am not going to further go around spoiling things for people. Just I'm not planning on going seeing the movie. Just tell me what happens. No,
exactly.
I'm not going to.
No,
you can go ask somebody else, but I went and paid my $8 and I enjoyed it. And I'm going to go see it again. I want to talk to people about stuff, and I want to speculate, who this person might be, and does Jakku have water? Is Strident now on the call with us?
Strident's on the call?
What? He can't be.
Where did he come from?
Where does he get off just coming right in?
How dare you? We didn't even invite you.
Dude, what are you doing here? Ladies and gentlemen, the first time for Strident on the Impromptu Rogue Show. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing well. I finally got a headset, so it doesn't sound like I'm yelling down a hallway.
That's perfect. Cool. What did I miss?
Well, I just unboxed approximately, what would you say, 40 some odd Star Wars figures that I haven't seen in 15 years.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, there are some prequel stuff in here, but some old Power of the Force figures. Somehow Carnage got in my box. I don't know how.
It's Carnage. He's up to no good.
Yeah, I mean, come on. The last thing we were talking about, right as you jumped in, I don't know if you heard it or not, is just the entitlement people feel that they have. Like, I want to know every single spoiler about every movie. I want to know the ending of the book. Get out of my way. You're in my way. Just the whole. Yeah, it's almost annoying. Well, like we were saying, how somebody will post something on a Facebook or social media and not have the common decency to go, I know you might be excited to know that, hey, Jason Todd is the Arkham Knight, but don't lead with that. Don't post that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel you, man. They gave away the whole Arkham Knight thing with the guns from the Play Arts Kai figure. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was kind of weird because you're like, how did this, like, seriously? Like, you could have, I don't know, you could have warned us or something, you know, but yeah, I noticed it, but I didn't want to give it away, you know, because I know there's people who want to be surprised, you know what I'm saying? So,
and
I don't know.
I think for a lot of us that I shouldn't say a lot of us. Those of us that are in the know, we're reading the comic books, we're on the websites, we're collecting the action figures. Some stuff like that, we're not going to be surprised about. But the average guy that just played EA Sports yesterday and says, "Hey, I like Batman. I'm going to play the Batman game." That guy generally wants to be surprised, and for that person to go on social media because some of us decide to spoil things, I'm like, why? Why are you doing that for another individual that wants to have it? We were saying that's like going to pay your $8 for the movie. What?
Oh,
What happened?
my dog farted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so gross. Oh.
What did I actually hear that correct?
Go away! Go in the other room! Oh my god! I need a minute. Hold
on. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have an empty couch and chair for ODC. Yeah. Well,
oh, it's so random. Wow.
Oh, holy shit! Oh, I got a fan in here, thank God. If there was no fan, I'd be clam bacon and turd airborne turds. God. Don't come back in here. Oh. Yeah, I love you too. Jerk.
See, this is what I like about doing some live stuff. You have no idea what's potentially going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah, be prepared. You'll probably hear my son at least once or twice during this sort of thing. What happened? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. That smelled so bad. I couldn't. So I was starting to dry heave. It just crept up on me like a fucking ninja. I got ninja'd. It was like, what? And I'm like, oh.
You know, I didn't know if it was. I heard something in the headphones. And I'm like, sounded like a fart, but it probably wasn't. Probably somebody's chair. And then to see your little picture down in the corner where it looked like you were about ready to Ralph, I'm like, something's going on. I gotta switch camera.
It was awful. God, it was terrible.
Oh man, that was quality.
What did you eat?
Something you fed him.
What did you eat?
He's like, dude, I don't know, man.
God. Oh,
good.
Good God.
Oh man.
Sorry.
I don't even know where we go from here.
I don't know. That would have stopped anyone in their tracks. If they were like running down, let's say they were running down a hallway, and they would just brick wall, run the other way. Put you on your ass.
Oh man. Oh, man.
Give birth to a dead body?
I know, right?
Fuck.
Quality.
Maybe that's why she ended up at the pound, dude. It wasn't the barking; it was the farting.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.
But yeah, man, I feel you. There is a weird kind of sense of entitlement with a lot of people online. I mean, it can be anything from like what I brought up this morning, where we try to do an informative video, and then someone jumps on in the comments and wants to try to school you in the information that you researched and that you're making a video about. You check their page, no videos, there's like no trace of them.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, just if you have information, feel free to impart the information on the rest of the world. Don't just jump in and try to make the person who is doing the imparting look stupid because you have one piece of information that varies from everything else that was spoken about,
Yeah.
And it's a big thing online a lot of times. I mean, I hear, like, when I watch your show and you talk about comics, you bring up, like, the exact issue number, everything. Sometimes you'll say, correct me if I'm wrong, But it's like whenever we say, correct me if I'm wrong, we open the floodgates for people to try to, like, pretend like they didn't hear anything else you said. They got to find the one thing, like, this. It wasn't in this panel. It was in that panel. Like, who cares what was on that page, right?
Yeah, you're an idiot, man. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to type something.
Yeah.
I'm not a Batman fan. It's like, get out of here, guys.
This is my troll face. Oh, you're talking about something. Hold on. That's not the right panel. You're an idiot. You don't know anything about comics. You know how you know that? Because you just said that wasn't the right panel. Yeah.
That is something like you said, I'm always like, correct me if I'm wrong. And I know as soon as I say it, I'm like, somebody is up in the watchtower and they're going to snipe me from the corner. I know it. And I'll do the whole Wikipedia, and then I'll go through Google. Like I want to have, and I got a little like cheat sheet off to the side. And some of the stuff I'm like, you know what? I just want to have fun with this review. I want to kind of wing it. I've got most of the facts, but don't throw me to the cross, dude. I got a thing wrong. And actually, it's like I'm just trying to show you the figure, the figure. So what if I got his middle name wrong? I'm sorry. It's not like I don't know. I just had a brain fart at that precise moment. But like I said, somebody will crucify you in 30 seconds.
It's very true. I don't know. People are cutthroat, man, and it's like they feel like I know we are providing entertainment, so to speak, for people, but we're doing it because we enjoy doing it first and foremost, and then as a byproduct, it's entertainment for people because there's like-minded people out there that want to hear like us. They want to hear these kind of opinions, Sometimes they, like we were talking about the other day, they may not have a bunch of people to geek out with, so they get online to geek out with us virtually, so they can hear what all these folks have to say. And I hate when those few folks come in and kind of make it unfun for the rest of us because they just don't know how to chill out.
Yep.
I had a real nice Facebook message the other day from a guy. I think we were talking. I think while we were having our conversation, I was having another one with him. He said, "Isn't this weird that I'm talking to you and we don't know each other?" I said, "But we know one important thing. We both know we love action figures, and that's why we're having this conversation." So, just like with you, adding you to this mix, I'm like, first of all, I can't believe I didn't do that in the beginning, but having those people that, it kind of reminds me of being with my best friend across the street. We'd wake up in the morning, literally throw rocks at your bedroom window. "Ryan, are you up?" Like, yeah. We'd come downstairs, talk about the comic books we got at the grocery store the day before, or the Star Trek figure that I got right here, Mr. Spock. I remember buying this with him. And we brought it home, and we made an Enterprise out of a shoebox and 2 plates and stapled the plates and sat Spock in there and ran around outside, like it was real. And, I would love to talk to him today, but having that with you guys and in this internet community going, there still are people out there that enjoy playing with our action figures or collecting them, but to have a couple people want to pee all over it because I said something screwy, I'm like, really? Or to put on the video, I don't care what you just said. I didn't care that you just... thanks for watching, but I don't know. I never know how to reply to stuff like that, so I just typically don't. And I don't want to be a jerk either and delete your comment too, so sometimes I just kind of leave it there.
I delete it and then I block them.
For me, if it's like racial or like sexist or something, because I've had times where I was talking about something that was kind of, I guess, controversial, like, you know, sexism in the video game, the fighting game community or something like that, you know, like, then all those folks want to, and I don't even know how they come across this stuff. It's like they're literally looking for this jacked up situation that they know they're a part of. I mean, I don't get it, but they find those videos so they can swarm on you, and it's like, as soon as it gets to that point, I'm like, yeah, then I'll block them, you know? But I tried a lot of times to, I don't know, try to give them the facts, you know, so that I could prove, like, you know, what they're saying is complete BS, and then kind of set the tone for how they need to act on my page. But, yeah, I ran out of steam when it comes to that. There's too many trolls. Can't keep up with them.
I just have zero patience when it comes to that. I mean, if you're going to sit here and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's like, you know, I don't claim to know everything, but if I do happen to make a mistake, which I do a lot, I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. No, I'll openly admit that. I'll admit that, and I probably make a mistake in every single review I do. Multiple times, okay? And I have no problem admitting that, because I'm not the best reviewer out there. But I am doing what I enjoy. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. And on top of that, I don't even edit my shit. I shoot it once, and that's it. And I have no regrets. So if I mess something up, then I mess it up. And I don't care. That's, you know, that's pretty much where I'm at. But if you're going to leave me a rude comment, I'm deleting it, and I'm blocking you. Because it's what I call... That's just the way squashed another ant. That's the way I look at it. I just squashed another ant. I'm God, and you're an ant, and you're squashed. So, bye-bye.
I started not my last few videos, but a while back. Like, I'll do edit my stuff if I know I blatantly said something stupid, or I started going and you know, doing stuff. I used to do like a one take like you did when I didn't have editing software, but lately I started going back and listening to my mess ups, and I'm like, that's funny. I actually kind of swore like a trucker in this one, or the camera toppled over, or lights that I had came down. I've got a review.
I wish you would keep that.
I've got a review coming up where one of my lights just comes completely down. And I'm like, what the hell? So lately, I'm like, you know what? At the end, if you stay for like the end credits, that's my Marvel thing. My mistakes are going to start showing up at the end, and I think that's great. At the time, I'm like, oh, I'm so embarrassed I said that, or I got all tongue-tied, so I started editing, you know, a bunch of them all together, and it's kind of funny, you know, that... has there ever been a time where you guys are like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, you know, I'm getting the flack for it, or people are just, you know, crapping on my parade? Have you ever thought about, you know what, delete account, done?
Well, I think my biggest pet peeve with it is that I feel like our group, we have a group of good reviewers. I'm not saying I'm the best, because I'm not.
Oh,
I openly admit that. But
no, none of us, you know?
I feel like we have what we do is I think we all have much better channels than the guys that have more. Okay? There's a lot of guys that are out there that have way more than us and just aren't good. I'm not going to name names, okay? But
I will.
He named
but I mean, we all know who they are, and I just don't. I don't know. A, some of them are kind of annoying, and B, some of them don't really know that much about the product, and they still do the reviews and still get the views because they've been around maybe 2 years before I was or whatever. But, and I'm not saying that what they do is shit. That's not what I'm saying. I just feel like the quality, we as a group do better quality. That's all.
Froze.
They just have the. They either have
getting to the point, and then it just froze.
They either have the money or they have the sponsors, and that's sponsors because. I can
kind of hear you.
Oh, you can kind of hear me.
Yay, technology.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Are you still there, sir?
Hello.
Okay, there you are.
Hello. We're back.
All right, cool.
You froze for a little. Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm not trying to like start a war with anyone, a reviewer war. I'm not trying to do that shit. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to say that, and even if I'm stuck at the reviewers I have right now, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I'm not in it to make money. I'm in it to have fun, and I'm in it to discuss things with my subscribers. That's what I want to do, and have fun with you guys. That's why I like doing these shows all the time. I'm down to do a podcast once a week or once every other day. I don't care because I love doing it. It's just fun.
Yeah, I love it too. I wish I had more time where I could just do one every week. I do it every week. If we could like find that day and like it's a day I can always have like an hour or two just to do this, shoot, I'd do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat. You know, it's fun. It's one of those things that's missing because, you know, you get caught up in work and your day-to-day whatever, and our escape is these figures. And sometimes you need that little, that little break. You get to just geek out and not think about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm right there with you.
I want to touch on a point that you just said, Anthony, about I think there's something more genuine. Would I like somebody to sponsor? Hey, Rob, a Big Bad Toy Store is going to send you some figures to review. Hey, fine, great, wonderful. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, but I think there's something going. Not that I said I paid $85 for this. That's not the important thing. Like, I worked my 40-hour-a-week job. I may have done overtime, and I bought this thing. I didn't buy it just for the sake of putting it up on camera to have a review. I bought it, A, because I wanted it, and B, look at this cool thing. I want to talk about it with you. And, well, Rob, your video was 15 minutes. Why can't you do it in 7? Because I had cool stuff I wanted to say about it. I'm not looking at the counter on my clock going, okay, I'm at 7 minutes and his knee bends and done. Some people can do it in 7 minutes. That's fine. I know my videos sometimes tend to be longer, but I'm trying to treat it like you're my best friend across the street and like, look at this cool thing. I've got things I want to talk about, and I think that comes through with those of us that are spending our hard-earned money on this cool thing. It's not a review just for the sake of doing a review.
Exactly, and that's a good point. I think, me personally, I think the longer the review, the better, because then you have more than enough time to get all the information that you need on that figure. When I get it, I see 6-minute review, it's this. Oh, his head goes up this way, it turns around, it goes around to the side, he's got this, he's got the backpack, he's got this staff right here. Oh, look at the cool wash on it. Oh, look, he's got his backpack now, and then, you turn it around, it's got a nice little black wash on it right there. Oh, he's got a little antenna right there, and it just plugs right into his back like this, and then that's it. And if you see it, it actually has a nice wash on the back as well on the poncho over here, and his articulation, I'll keep continuing that. You can do the splits like this, his swivel over here, bend at the knee, swivel at the ankle, and now we're done. And that's boring. I don't want to say that. Boring. That's boring. Yeah. That's not a review. That's the quickest conversation I've ever had. To me, that's why usually my reviews are around 10 minutes to 15 minutes, because I need to talk about stuff. I want to make comments. You know what I mean? Granted, if you don't agree with the comments, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I can take criticism, whatever. But my reviews, I like when your reviews are longer, Rob, and I like Strident's reviews when they're longer, and Olivia has longer reviews. We all had longer reviews.
I got to say something about Olivia. I love it when she says, I talked to her really long on my last review. I'm not going to do that. That is code for, yes, we get a 20-minute video.
Yeah.
And I mean that with the utmost respect. I'm like, good. This means this is a figure she likes. She's going to talk about it. And I will sit back with a Mountain Dew and be like, preach on, sister.
Yep. Where's my popcorn?
Exactly. Yeah, I started doing longer videos because people asked me to. They were like, at first, you know how when we first start on YouTube, they give you like 5 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that. That's the max your video can be. I learned that. I hate to ask them, but I found if you have, in the beginning when you start, you can pick your account. You can either be you can have a normal account or a director. I think that's what it's called, director or creator account. Mm-hmm. And I chose creator, and it gave me I think I had 15 minutes for my max as opposed to 5 minutes like you normally had. And then people, when I finally was on there long enough and they gave it to me, I still was doing 15-minute ones. And people were like, if you have more to say, you should probably just do longer videos. And I'm like, you guys like longer videos? They're like, well, if you go into that much detail, yeah. And I'm like, shoot, I'll do longer videos. And I mean, it's easy because you just, especially if you love the figure. Like when I did the review of the Saber 2.0 figure, I just kept going because it was like I had so much stuff to say, and it was quality. You know, it wasn't like I was like, this sucks. Every piece of it is garbage. You know, I'm talking for 40 minutes. No, it was more like, this is what I want to see. This is why I collect action figures, is because I want to see, I like seeing this type of thing, you know. So I think they feel it too. You know, they figure it out when they hear us kind of gush about a figure for a long time. They're like, damn, this must be really good. So let's listen to what they have to say, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And if a figure sucks, you want to do, that's the ones you do short reviews on. You know what I mean?
I have,
you don't want to spend a lot of time on it if it sucks.
I have 3 words for you, Anthony. 3 words. Son of Batman. your Son of Batman review. I was waiting for you to throw that Batman figure across the room.
Oh, I hate that piece of shit.
And you know, and that,
when he stood up and just kept leaning backward.
And the one time in the review I said, "Oh, watch, he's not going to stand. He's going to fall over." Then he stood.
Yeah.
He stood.
One fucking time. You son of a bitch.
But you know, I did Who Reviews the Reviewer early on doing my reviews, and I was working with Captain Logan and doing stuff, and they were very much, you know, if a review should be completely biased and you should point out the things that you don't like about the figure and things or whatever it is. And I always came away from that going, I liked those constructive things that they had to say, and I love Geekvolution and all that stuff. But I came back from that going, now I was looking at a figure and I was trying to find something wrong with it because I have to find something wrong. And I'm like, you know what? If I like it, I like it for what it is. Yeah, maybe I wish it had double jointed elbows. That didn't mean you know, does that count as a not like? But you know, I've had things on my channel that I'm like, this sucks. I kind of wish I wouldn't have bought it. But you know,
yeah.
I don't know. How do you guys deal? I mean, have you bought something and then completely like, man, I really regretted that purchase? I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
Have you started filming a review and going, I'm not even going to put this up. This thing's crap. I don't want to lead somebody down that road.
Yes, the Mezco Scorpion figure. That thing's a piece of shit. And I don't care how many people like it. The Mezco Scorpion figure from Mortal Kombat. I don't care how many people like it. That figure is a piece of garbage. It feels cheap. The paint on it's cheap. The mask can't stay on his face. It keeps falling off. I sold that shit right away. I did the review. I didn't even upload the review. I was so annoyed with that figure.
Wow.
How long ago was this?
What's that?
How long ago was it? You didn't upload it, right?
Yeah, I paid $23 for it in Toys R Us. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll pick up a Scorpion figure. He's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. And I picked it up, and I was like, oh, I'll give this line a shot because it's from Mezco, and, you know, they put up quality shit. So I was like, I'll check it out, and I checked it out, and I'm like, this thing just feels cheap. The joints on the arm, or the hand, to get the hand off, you have to put the what's it called, the chain where it's like, get over here, and the chain comes out.
Yeah.
To get that hand off took forever. I had to like hot water it for like twice. I had to hot water it, and it still wouldn't come off. And then when I got it off, it was a pain in the ass to get the chain on, because you got to put the chain on and then you put the hand back on. So when I got it back on, it just looked awkward. There was this huge gap in the hand and the chain because the chain's underneath the hand. So it just didn't look right. The paint apps on it were real dull. The plastic on it felt like I hold this figure and it's solid. Like I can flick this thing, I can drop it, and it's not gonna break. You know what I mean? Like I felt like if I dropped that figure, it was gonna break like a bunch of shatter like glass. Basically, that's how thin it felt. I just wasn't feeling it. The articulation's awkward. He's got he's got elbow bends and then swivels at the elbow, and it just like if you got a Mortal Kombat figure, he's got to have double jointed knees and elbows. I'm sorry. Just the articulation was a little bit floppy on it. It was wonky, and the range of motion was bad. I wasn't feeling it. I don't like it. But instantly, right after, sorry, I know I went on a rant there.
No, you're fine.
But instantly, as soon as I finished that review, I was like, I'm selling this thing. I don't want it. I even sold it for a loss. I sold it for $20, and I was like, get this thing away from me. So.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when G.I. Joe Retaliation. Good God. Like, 95 figures in G.I. Joe Retaliation pissed me off because it's when Hasbro started using that gummy plastic. You know?
Yeah.
Leg because they have a double jointed knee, and then all of a sudden it would stretch and you kind of warp the actual like joint, the knee joint itself, and then the leg would just slowly go right back to where you had it. And I'm like, wait, that's not how these things work. What's going on? Figures when they have like what they started doing when Pursuit of Cobra started is like around maybe the second or third wave of figures, they added this joint where the hand, instead of going like this, the hand went this way, so that when they're holding a gun, they could cup the gun, or if this is the trigger hand, they can, you know, kind of bend their wrist. Some of the Black Series figures have it too now.
That's because of Marvel Legends has it. Look at the Nova figure.
They moved it into Marvel Legends. You're right. And then, but like, so they started this in Pursuit of Cobra, but then like, you get like 4 or 5 figures that have it, and then all of a sudden they'd sneak in one that was like a 25th anniversary figure, and you're like, wait up, we're about to be in like the 30th anniversary of G.I. Joe, maybe 50th of 30th of A Real American Hero and 50th of G.I. Joe in general, and we're still using 25th anniversary figures? Like, that doesn't make any sense, you know? I don't know. Some of those figures just made me mad. And like, you go to Toys R Us, yeah, I missed what's going on. I see the little I see Stuart talking. I don't know. I just, some of that stuff just got on my nerves, man. I just was like, forget this. And like, other reviewers were like, this is amazing. It's awesome. It's perfect. I'm like, I don't know.
I didn't mean
what,
to.
do I have like a booger hanging on my nose or something?
No, actually, funny, I can't see you. All I see is Cyclops.
Huh?
All I see is your avatar. I don't actually see you at all on camera.
Oh, the camera's not on?
Yeah, I'm just seeing Cyclops looking like he's ready to go. I was kind of looking at my end, seeing if I had your camera off, but it's not off.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Surprised the camera's not showing.
Yeah.
Where is it?
No, Anthony, you're not an ass.
I know. I'm just
an asshole, maybe. Yes, I mean, all three of us while we're talking, we are seeing Stu Murray 47 say, "Hey, Hugh Jackman says Tom Hardy should be the next Wolverine," and Anthony instantly is like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, never mind. I'm not going to bring it up." Anthony says, "No."
No, I was just saying, no, I don't want Tom Hardy to be Wolverine.
No, yeah.
Why can't we get a short actor to play Wolverine? For the love of God, we have to get 6'2" Wolverines.
I didn't think.
Oh my goodness!
Is Tom Hardy that tall?
He's around that. Let me check it. I'll hold on. I want someone to rip my head off my shoulders while they're listening to this.
He's not.
I'll look it up. But I know he's over 6 feet. He's got to be over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's 5'9". Sorry.
See.
Sorry. Well, I want a 5'7" actor. Like, I don't want 5'9", because 5'9" with a camera angle makes you look like you're 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I don't want that, and I don't want Tom Hardy. Just stop with the Tom Hardy. There's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of other actors out there that they could get to play. You know, it is Fox we're talking about now. Now we're going into a whole nother discussion.
Well, and also, I mean, Hugh Jackman can make that statement, but isn't Tom?
It's not up to him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but isn't Tom Hardy like under contract with Warner Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he'd have to get out of the Warner Brothers contract to go over to Disney. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But Yeah, who the hell would want to? No, it's not with Disney. It's with Fox. Fox owns
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
rights
that's right.
to. That's why all the X-Men movies are a flaming pile of shit in a canoe.
Canoe.
Oh man.
You were talking about plastic and figures. I think I said this in our chat the other day. Does anybody else feel like the Daredevil figure from not Selects, Hasbro is very poorly made? Is the yellow and red figure feel like he's just a hollow piece of pinata waiting to break?
Which one? Which version?
The newest one that just came out.
I don't like it. I bought it and I regret it, but I might actually sell it. I don't know, but and someone posted a picture of it and they were like, "I love it," and I was like, "Sorry if anyone disagrees, but this figure's kind of garbage. Like the paint, there's no sculpting on the figure. It's just a complete repaint of the red version."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only difference is that it has Hawkeye's head, which is, don't get me started on that. No action figure should ever have a reused face sculpt. I think that is code for fail. All over.
Yeah.
If you don't have the time or the resources and you're Hasbro and you're giving us the same face sculpt, that'd be like if someone took this guy's head and put it on Ray's body and was like, "This is a different version of Constable Zuvio." No, it's not. It's Zuvio's head on Ray's body. That's what it is. It's the same thing. Like it's just laziness. It's lazy, and the figure's lazy. And people can argue with me and say, well, it's an exclusive. You don't have to get it. I go, well, if it's an exclusive, then it should have its own exclusive new head.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree.
If it's going to be a limited supply, people are going to want to go after it. Therefore, it should have its own head, a brand new head sculpt. If you're going to do that, because when you put that head on his body, it just looks like Hawkeye.
And it's the movie Hawkeye, right? Movie Hawkeye head.
No, it's the Marvel Legends Heroic Age one.
That's right. That's right. Talking like you were saying exclusive, Walgreens is going to have the Darth Vader exclusive where he's been electrified by Darth Vader. The body may be the same, but the inside is all sculpted. It's got the translucent head, part of the translucent body. I would call that an exclusive that you're not going to, that something specifically different was done, and that's ironic that Walgreens, I mean, granted, it's two different toy companies. I get that, but just typing the word exclusive on it and we just repainted the figure.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Not the case. And for me, I think that Vader should be a little bit different. He should be missing the hand. He should be missing that hand because Luke does chop that hand off before he gets electrocuted.
I want to say the hand comes off. I'm almost positive.
Does it?
Yeah,
okay, well then I got no problem with the figure.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the figure then. But I do know that the helmet is removable and the head inside is also clear, too.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's a bonus.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm definitely all about this new Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars fan in general, but I'm going to be on board with this new one. Everything about it completely suits my fancy. Everything about it. It's just leaps and bounds better than the original stuff. But especially the I won't say so much the very first three. Technically not, but better than the prequels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything feels a lot more on point. I like the fact that there's so much more diversity. I like the designs. I like all the people I'm hearing working on it. I'm all about it.
Me too. I like I said, I really feel like this is going to be a different Star Wars, but different in the good way. Like the prequels were different in the bad way. they you know what I mean? They were different in the bad way, but they were still entertaining for me at
I agree.
least, and I know Rob, they're entertaining for you. Like
Yeah.
the action in it was good. Like the choreography for the action scenes were still good. I didn't have a problem with them.
And I still say we got
the acting was piss poor and the writing was piss poor.
yeah, and we still
Yeah.
got the best lightsaber fights that we've ever seen on screen.
Yep.
People are moving. I mean, time and care was put into it. I mean, like I said before, I still enjoy it. I will still watch them. Are they the greatest thing in the world? No. I take it for what it is. It told its story. I know where the shortcomings are, but I mean, thoroughly excited for this new movie. And I hadn't been probably up until Force Friday, just because I was just trying to play it low key to the point of like I don't want to get overexcited. I don't want to get hyped up like I did last time and to come spiraling down and go, crap, it sucks. I don't want that. Seeing that first trailer, I was like, sign me up for shop class.
Exactly. What are you guys looking forward
Yeah.
to the most in this movie? Like, what do you hope to see the most in this new movie?
I want to see. I'm an action junkie, so I want to see the fights. I want to see because the guys who did the raid, Iko Uwais and Yaya Ruihan, they're both choreographing all this stuff, and like it's
nice.
just gonna look visceral. I always hated the fact that like if you've ever I've done martial arts for a long time, even trained some people, and if you ever use a sword, the blade has weight to it. So the idea of using a lightsaber would be you've got like no weight, just the handle. You know what I mean? So I want to see them like flying around. I want to see speed like I've never seen. You know what I mean? Because you don't really have things holding you back the way you do in reality with real swords. And
Exactly.
they've yet to really do that. I mean, I've seen some fan films that did it, but the majority of the Lucas stuff, somehow that's a detail that they've missed. So I want to see the fights, man. And if you've seen The Raid and The Raid 2, those are some of the best fights ever put on screen. So,
Well, I think it's
can't wait
kind
to
of.
see what Star Wars.
I think with the lightsaber battles, I think why it's been kind of tough
What's
for
up?
them. Well, I was saying with the lightsaber battles, I think why it's kind of tough with them, why they look kind of maybe a little bit heavy while they're kind of choreographing, is because they actually do put blades on them, but they're CGI'd out. So when they fight, they're actually fighting with like
Weight.
a full sword. And they even did that in the originals, like they had to, because they would actually take a green FX like thing and kind of go over it. It was almost like photoshopping what they did in the original films. They would just put like green or red, but they actually had real blades on them, like not real blades, but like they had like plastic, kind of like the lightsaber toys. You know what I mean? They had like a clear plastic on it, and then it would light up. You'd see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how they would fight with them. So they had a little bit more weight. So when they're actually fighting, they actually do have like Darth Maul had dual blades. Like the blades were out. They were just like a thick plastic blade. So when they would fight, they could actually hit blades together and not have to not have no blade there. So when they were choreographing, they didn't have to pretend that there was a blade there. They could just feel it.
Well, yeah, I know why it's the way it is. I just mean like, it would be dope if like they had if real martial artists were involved, it'd be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I wish we could get some of the stuff that Stu's putting out here. We have the Drunken Jedi, which I'm sure is the GIF everybody has seen, with a kid in his basement, just going to town. Anthony said that was his 12th birthday. Stu said that he wanted to see Luke's story progress. Do you think Luke is going to go by the way of Obi-Wan Kenobi, that we're going to lose Luke? Do you think we're going to lose any of the original cast? Do you think we're going to lose in this film?
I think Han's going to die.
Yeah. They're so old. It's got to happen. Sorry.
Well, and
Everybody's so old, man. It would. I'm not trying to be mean, but you know what I mean. Like people are just pretty damn old.
yeah, I could see this being the passing of the torch from the one generation to the next. Because I mean, if you're gonna do 3 movies, and like I said, not to be mean, you got to be like Harrison. Don't fly a plane. Don't.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Harrison, don't do anything. Just sit in a padded room.
Yeah.
No, I think Harrison's. I think Han's gonna die. I think Luke should stick around for at least 2 films.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard rumor. This is the only rumor that I've heard of. That I heard that he's not really featured in this movie that much. I heard he's featured at the very end, but that's just a rumor, and that could be completely 100% false. So, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah. I'm staying away from all the rumors, man. I haven't looked at anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm really.
I know I spoiled Revenge of the Sith. I've said it before, that I was looking daily on Star Wars sites just for the next thing. I remember seeing like stills of the lava fight, and oh, this is it. This is what's going to happen to Anakin, and going through the movie and going, oh, I saw that shot and I saw that shot, and I started to go, I'm ruining the movie for me. I'm pointing out things in the movie rather than sitting there. So I told myself after that I'm not going to be going around trolling for stuff trying to spoil the end of the film. So I want to go in fresh.
Yeah.
I wish just movies in general say you get 3 trailers max. That's it. We're not doing 12 trailers and you're going to have 15 in the Super Bowl, and if you splice them all together, and that you should not be able to show end footage in your trailer whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You should show, if anything, you should show deleted scenes. That's what you should show. And I know some trailers do that. They actually will show a lot of deleted scenes that aren't even shown in the movie, and you're like, oh, well, at least I got a chance to see those deleted scenes in the trailer.
Fantastic Four.
Yep. Fantastic Four.
I didn't say that. That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Oh God, that movie.
Yeah, I mean, just even Batman '89, there was footage of him fighting Joker's goons in the alleyway, and seeing that girl, and she asking Batman like, "Is this Halloween?" That was in an original trailer. Didn't make the movie.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's nice when I don't mind that stuff. Like if it's, as long as it's either show me nothing, show me little to nothing, or show me deleted scenes that will not be in the movie at all. That's fine with me.
I heard John Campea say this once. You could put up the Batman versus Superman just logo and say, March 15th. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need. You don't need to show any footage. You
just show up.
Yeah, we'll see at the theater.
Just show up. Exactly. I'm kind of upset of the little amount that we did see. We have 2 Stridents now. Nope, one went away. Now he's back. Hello? Did he go? There he is. Hello.
Hey, there we have
switch. Trying to be fancy.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Oh, he's got his fancy pants on now.
Now that we can see him, we're going to end the show. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
I know, right? Oh, man. Yeah, the whole time I was like, man, should I just stay on the phone or should I switch up? I don't know. Oh, man.
No,
but yeah, man, I agree.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I'm listening.
No, so I'm not. I lost my. Oh yeah, just about seeing over footage. I don't want to be oversaturated and have way too much content that I can play with and be dangerous with.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I want to be surprised. I mean, it doesn't happen as much these days because just information's everywhere. But yeah, it would be nice to still be surprised,
Boy, the camera does not like you. Okay, there it is. I had it set up before that as soon as somebody started talking, the camera just went wherever. But if everybody starts talking, the camera goes crazy. So I'm trying to control it myself and doesn't.
I know Google needs to work their magic, man.
Yeah.
What magic? What magic?
I think it's just cool that we're able to do this. Stu's been chiming in. I think I wanted to see what else he had to say.
What do
here.
you want?
Yeah, I'm
Stu?
looking at.
What do you
Have
want,
you-
Stu?
Have you guys seen Star Wars Revisited?
Let me ask you something, Stu. Have you ever
Revisited?
pooped your pants? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
No, I have not. What's wrong with me? There's
I
something
don't know.
wrong with me. I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
No, but you know your dog has.
I know,
Whoa.
right? There you go.
Yeah, literally, like 20 minutes ago. Where is he? Shit your pants? If he had pants, he shit them. If he was wearing pants, he would have shit them. Trust me.
Wow.
Stu's comment. I don't know if I've seen this because I'm asking it. Have you guys seen?
Is
Star
that made up?
Yeah, I don't know. I need more context, Stu. No, I don't know anything about that. I can't help you.
Is that like a wait? Hold on. Is that
Okay.
like a
Says
is
best.
it like
fan,
a website?
Best fan edit ever. The guy who made it is re-edited every shot in The New Hope. All the shots are done with new CGI. No, that's news to me, man.
Oh, here it is. I found it. It's a trailer.
Wow.
Ask him, Stu. Is it a trailer?
I know, right? Stu, report back. What is
Report now.
Come in. Your
Wow.
landing gear is down.
it?
Stu said I just pooped my pants.
Oh my God. This is like all kinds of wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. We've got some serious toilet humor going on here.
Yep.
Stu says, here's a shot from the movie. I would love to scream. Oh, hey, look at that. That's Nightwing.
Yeah, old school Nightwing from the animated series.
Oh, nice. That'll be great
Yeah.
to get that in the DC Collectibles version.
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I dig this guy. This Nightwing from back in the day, from the Kenner days.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
Which
Can
one?
you see him?
What are you guys looking at?
Look at
You
Strider.
can't see me?
I see you.
Nightwing.
You're frozen.
Look what I'm holding up.
All I see
I
is
am
this.
still?
All I see is this. You ready?
What the hell?
No.
You're like frozen. You're like frozen, and your screen's like.
I see you. I see you just fine.
What about now? Any better? Is
No.
it moving?
Now it's moving, but it's like.
I can see you, and you're moving just fine
Creepy.
in real time.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
okay.
it, Google.
Yeah, it must be a little lag on each of us. There's a butt shot. See, that just made Olivia's day right there.
Where is she? Oh, she's not watching.
She's not.
Where'd she go?
Oh man. I know, right? We gotta assemble
You
the
better-
unit.
You better hide your buttholes. Here comes Olivia.
You need to go stand in the corner for that one, man. For real.
So Strident, now that Anthony's in the corner, I'm just looking over your shoulder and seeing the nice setup. Anthony, I don't want to hear from you for about 20 minutes.
What?
He's in timeout.
Yeah, you're in timeout.
Where's my dunce cap?
Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. I want you to write a full repaper. Go.
Discuss.
Discuss.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Oh, that was funny. I've got like a headache from laughing so damn hard, man. Wow. What were you gonna say, Rob? You were asking me something about.
Yeah. No, I was just noticing the figures over would be your right shoulder up on the brown shelf. I was just curious what they were. I couldn't quite make them out.
Oh, at the top.
Yeah, right
At the
there.
very top.
Yeah.
Those are all mechas, and there's a bunch of. I've got Gundams up there. I've got Megazords, Voltrons up there. Gypsy Danger's up there. Giant Robo is up there. There was a game on the PS1 called Omega Boost.
Dude, is the microphone up your butt?
Ooh, mine or his?
It's like this.
No, I thought it was Anthony that was doing
No,
that.
that's not me. I'm just standing here.
That's
I'm
me?
still in the goddamn corner.
Oh, okay.
Come out of the corner, man. No, it shouldn't be. I mean, I'm not.
Are you
My
sure?
mic wasn't hitting anything. Yeah, you can
No.
come out of the corner.
Okay, all right.
It must be a little.
It's safe.
It's good. We're all
We're in
good.
the safe zone. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safe zone. But yeah, man, it's all up top, like against the wall, like underneath that Blade poster. Those
Yeah.
are all mechs, and then over to the, I guess it'd be the right of it. Now that we're all facing the same direction, those are all like Marvel villains and stuff. I think you can kind of see Galactus. Can you see him?
Yeah, I can see Galactus. Wow.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, Galactus is there. The Sentinel's up there. Yeah. Yeah, I actually was going to do some rearranging, but I was like, yeah, once I got on here, I'm like, maybe that might not happen anytime soon. We'll see. But, because I didn't have my crooks from Cops. I didn't have them out. And I was like, I need to have those guys out and put away the stuff that I don't really mess with at all, you know? So there's a bunch of older Marvel stuff coming down, and I'm going to move these guys in their place. So we'll see what happens.
Nice. I like just geeking out. That's the cool thing about doing this, is just kind of getting to see other people's collections. And I've been asked a couple different times to do like a room tour, and I've been kind of rearranging stuff back here myself. And I moved all of my New 52 DC Collectibles figures. They were in a shelf that you can't see here, so I've got them all here. Some statues that are just addictive, and I've got to try and watch the wallet. So got my Court of Owls blocking some stuff here, but.
Yeah, man. This year, I think, what is it? Next month, we're all gonna be broke because of all the crap that's coming out.
Oh my god, so broke.
Yeah, it's too much.
Fucking Icons. We got Icons, and no, that's November. But Arkham Knight. We got Icons. We have Star Wars Black. Like, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, and to know too that, you know, not only just trying to get through the end of this year with the stuff that's coming on, but we've got Batman versus Superman. We've got Captain America, Civil War after that, Suicide Squad, and not to mention any other movies or, you know, continuing lines from the Black series that are probably still going to continue on into next year. I'm wondering if we're going to get like Luke Han, Leia from the
that would be cool.
Force Awakens, older versions of themselves.
They better.
We
better.
We damn better. We damn well better.
I mean, what's the point if they're gonna leave them out? You know what I mean? What's the point? They better give us those guys. That'd be nice.
Especially Leia. Leia. First of all, we need her.
In clothing.
Princess Organa. Yeah, we need her Princess Organa outfit. We need that, and then we need the older version of her. Yeah, we definitely do. And I'd like to see a Hoth version of her too. That would be cool to go along with Luke and Han.
That would be cool.
For a while there, I thought the Black series was just going to die off. It's like we got, you know, Guido. It was like random figures that they were choosing to do, and I feel like the Force Awakens kind of started to breathe new life back into that.
Yeah, I agree.
I know
I felt the same way. It looked like it. It looked like it because they were kind of like teetering off with what they were, like the new figures. Remember, there was a point where it was like you couldn't find anything in the store. It was all Leia and
Obi-Wan.
Jabba.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Obi-Wan for a while. You're right.
Yeah. My Walgreens is sitting on like 12 Obi-Wans, and I'm like, how is that possible? Well,
Yeah,
there must have been. They must have got 2 cases. There must have been 6 in each case with 2 other random figures, and then the 2 other random figures are gone. I think a clone trooper and Crimea River Christensen, and then that was it. You know.
You know, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. You know, I'd like to see them just give us one case of just troopers. Just do one case and have it separated. If you could do, like, let's say they do 6 in a wave, just do half like first order troopers and then half just officers. Do like in regular get up, you know, they're with their hats and stuff like that. That would be cool. Or like you said, Rob, before, have them in some of the original movies, like episode 4, 5, and 6, have some of those troopers in there. I would just like to see some army builder waves. It just seems like they keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and they only give you 1 trooper per case. They should at least give you 2 troopers per case.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hasbro's afraid of that kind of stuff. Remember when I did a video about if I ran Hasbro or if I was in charge of G.I. Joe. That was one of the things. Troop like waves, you know what I mean, where you have female troopers, you know, male troopers, a big trooper, a regular sized trooper, you know, heavy gunners, your pistol guy, you know, like all the various types of troops that you would have in your army, and let that be a separate, it could be its own little thing, because people like to army build, you know, so why not just give them a whole bunch of stuff to army build, you know?
Yeah. And you could, I mean, and I would even be fine with it of like, okay, this isn't going to be retail. I mean, I would like it to be retail, but if you want a case assortment of troopers, whatever it is, Hydra soldiers, here it is. You can buy a case of Hydra soldiers for $60, $80, and you get different variants, you know, of those, and it be just as normal price. It's like, well, this is special, so we're gonna make them, you know, $27 a figure. But I would go I'd go into a store and buy, you know, stuff that I could army build with.
Yeah.
You gotta share it, dude.
What is Stu saying now?
You posted. He goes, "When are we getting this Leia figure?"
I saw. Hold on.
Oh man, that's bad.
That's horrible.
That is horrible.
Jesus. She is not aged well at all.
Ooh, that hard living, man. Damn, that's just not right. That's some hard living.
Yep. That's a lot of drugs. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh my god. Wow.
Leia, he goes Leia as Heath Ledger's Joker. And then he pops
Wow, that's
Oh my god.
Can't see it.
Wow.
That's one of those. Everybody gets old and all that stuff, but sometimes I look at it and go, did you wait 20 years too late to make this movie? They
did. They really did.
Yeah.
The prequel should have came out in the 90s. Like they should have came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then this way we would have had, you know, episode 7 almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I saw
but you know the good thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
The good thing is the tech that we have is so much better now. So we'll get more quality stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll CGI the shit out of her wrinkles and fat body.
Wow.
And I mean, sometimes it's all about placement, where you place somebody in the foreground, or you know, put objects in front of them, or the way you light somebody. You know. I mean, and it's true. It's too. It may be just a cameo role. Like, here's Princess Leia. You know, she's in this one scene here. She's in this one scene here. She could be like Mon Mothma. You know, she's reading the troops their things, and then they're off and going, and maybe we see her in 45 minutes later.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. She could be coordinating like the head or like the president of the resistance, and just kind of have a cameo saying, "You need to do this. This would need to be done," or like giving orders or stuff like that. That could work. That'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not expecting her to be a friggin' supermodel. Don't get me wrong. Like, I understand she's old. They're all old as shit. So, I'm not expecting, her to walk around in that outfit, the slave outfit, ever again. Oh, holy shit! Could you imagine that?
Wow.
I don't wanna. Don't.
No.
Yeah, they better not. Yeah.
They better not do that.
I want to open this
They
figure.
get it.
I want to open this figure, but now I don't think I want to.
Open it. Just open it. Open it. It's an action figure. She can't be in action when she's stuck in carbonite. Take her out and play with her.
I'm afraid she's gonna get old. No,
She's gonna age. She's gonna age 30 years.
In 5 seconds.
Fucking jelly rolls hanging out of the side and shit. Yeah. All right. I'm going back in the corner. I'm going back into the corner.
back in the corner.
No, you're good.
You said something that action figures, open them. I just went through a whole box of action figures that I haven't opened in 15 years because I had thought about doing it. Where there we are.
Selling them?
Yeah. No, I thought about selling them at one point, and I ended up buying duplicates of stuff. Are you in the same boat of it's an action figure? I want to open it. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to give somebody else a chance to make money off of me not opening it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like there's a reason for why it does what it does. So, it's an action figure. It's meant for you to play with it, play with it, have fun with it. Because, you can't even, I see a lot of collectors that, at least on Facebook, we see a lot of collectors on Facebook that just buy them, keep them in a box, pile them up in a corner, and they're like, look at all the boxes of stuff I have. And it's like, you're not really, like, engaging in this hobby when you just have them in the box chilling. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know what the quality, you could have, like, 50 smashed figures in there, and you won't know because they're all strapped down in the box. I feel like you just gotta open them up and, play with them, see what they're all about.
Yeah.
What's going on, Anthony?
I can't.
I think I'm gonna have to ban Chapman Films and.
Oh my God! Dude, stop!
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Not even.
Oh my God!
Oh, she does look a lot healthier in the things in the
yeah, she
the
looks
official
a lot better.
pictures.
Yeah, she looks a lot better.
No, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Jason. Oh,
Chapman,
God.
Jason,
Why?
out of all of us knuckleheads, I expect more out of you.
No, that was Stu.
Oh, yeah.
Stu posting that shit.
Oh, well, then Stu's right on par. Good job.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Yeah. Chapman just went from, hey, why, whoa, what's
Whoa, what the hell? To, oh, that's Stu. Oh, well then, okay.
I didn't
deal. Hey, he goes, hey, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, there he goes.
My bad.
I retract my statement. Calm down, dude. You can still come to Ohio in March. I will still allow it.
I don't know if he wants to come. I don't think he wants to come.
I know, right? It's like those guys are crazy. Oh, man. But hey, Anthony, let's switch it up. Remember you were talking about, or did you guys already go over it? You were talking about chase figures and
yeah.
all that stuff. You already talked about that?
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Run with it. Start it.
Cool. So, like, what do you guys feel about chase figures in general? Like, I have issues with chase figures because it seems like it's not really like when it's just a different head. And you could have just put the head in the box with the standard figure and give us an extra figure in the case. You know what I mean? Or like the numbering of figures to a case. Sometimes they do these weird, we were just talking about it, like they do two, troopers or one trooper per case, and it's like, why can't you just make 2 or 3 of everything? Like, why does it have to be so? I don't know. And then it doesn't benefit the actual company because it's the aftermarket that gets to sell them for those prices, unless it's them selling that stuff on the aftermarket, which
Well,
I kind of believe some of them are, but.
perfect example, and because of all the Star Wars stuff, I can't get to it with all my totes and stuff here. But over on my
Yeah.
shelf, I have the Dark Knight Rises bat signal. Love that bat signal.
Yeah.
Pain in the friggin' ass to track down those
Yeah.
figures. Case assortment was
I'm
3
about to try and get
Batmans, 1 Catwoman, 1 Bane.
Mhm.
So-
Why do we need 3 Batmans?
Exactly.
Well, we got the same Batman in the previous film. It made no sense.
Exactly, like 10 times.
Well,
I
even-
have like 4 of them.
and I'm even fine with fine. Maybe I missed the Dark Knight Batman, so now I'm going to get the Dark Knight Rises Batman. Same Batman. I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
you have this collect and connect piece. Go collect all 7 figures, and you can have this wonderful Bat Cave. By the time it gets to John Blake and Ra's al Ghul, I think I spent 30. Well, not 30. It was close to $30 for Ra's al Ghul was the last figure, and then the Walmart that is at the very end of kind of like our area where we live that nobody really goes to, where the Amish community is. So I know people don't get action figures there. They had rows upon rows upon rows of John Blakes. So I ended up
Really?
buying like 3 or 4 of them and sold them on eBay, but I wasn't the jerk that was like putting them up on scalper prices. I'm like, hey, if you're looking for John Blake for your
Yeah.
bat signal, here you go. This is the
Yeah,
price.
yeah.
Buy it now. Wonderful. But that
Yeah.
drives me absolutely batty. I want you to get this product, but I'm going to make it virtually impossible. The Justice League or the
Yeah.
Young Justice Collect and Connect Hall of Justice.
Hall of Justice. I've heard stories.
I mean, I completed it. I had to buy the last 2 figures online, and I happened to be in Walmart the day that they were unboxing, and I needed like Stealth Robin and Stealth Kid Flash, and the guy pulled them out of the box. There was 1 Kid Flash, 1 Robin, and the rest were all Superboys.
Oh God.
I never
was
understood that.
5 Superboys in a case and 2 other figures. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Never,
I
never understood
You
it.
both stole my thunder. It's pretty much the same. It's the same point. It's availability is the
Yeah.
big kicker for me. If I don't have availability and we already know what scalpers do,
Yep.
it's almost like you might as well write it off. You're not getting it. Especially if years go by, then good luck. You're screwed.
Yeah.
You might as well not even try. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's like the stuff never goes down in price because people would want the Build-A-Figure piece or would want like I can't find Giganta. She's like $200. I'm not paying $200 for
right?
Giganta.
Ugh.
That's stupid. And
Yeah,
because
it
it was an exclusive wave, and there was only a certain amount of Gentleman Ghosts.
Yeah.
I got screwed. So I have every single other piece but the lower torso and the head. That's the only pieces I'm missing. I could never find them.
And they go for ridiculous prices online.
Crazy.
Ridiculous. Yeah. And it's weird because they re-released Gentleman Ghost, so you'd think that would be... He was in a 2-pack with Hawkgirl. So
Yeah.
you would think that would drop the value of the original Gentleman Ghost because the only thing different was he came with the Collect and Connect piece. But that's another thing is... The prices on eBay are all BS. They're not driven by rarity. They're not driven by quality. They're literally driven by, like, this guy put it up first, and that was the price that he put it as, and a whole bunch of people follow.
Exactly.
And, like, I try to follow and, like, see if I can figure out what the logic is. There was a point in time back when, like, Wizard was around and stuff where, like, action figures actually, appreciated in price. It made sense because... Some of that stuff, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have groups like this where we could all be like, dude, they do their shipments on this day. This part of the United States already got them, and then this part it'll move from that way, forward. Like from Cali to New York, as opposed to East Coast to West Coast. We didn't have that kind of connectivity where we could figure those kind of things out. So like. when you did find a figure and it was one per case, it really was a big deal, you know? Now you have eBay, you have Amazon, you have like all the other smaller, you know, marketplaces, and then we have the internet, the way we're connected, where I can tell you where I can find it for you and let you know and just mail it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to get a hold of what was once considered rare. So I never understood why, like, when you go on eBay, everything is rare. Every seller is like rare. You know, SH Figuarts Captain America Age of Ultron. Like, that shit just came out like
it just came
a
out
couple months back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it can't be rare yet, and that's how the price gets driven. Remember, we were talking about Carnage one time, Anthony, you and me, the Marvel Select Carnage. That figure shot up in value like right when he came out, simply because somebody on eBay put him up for 30-something bucks instead of the $19.99 that all the other selects usually come out at. So now you can't find him for $19.99. At least I can't. And even my comic book store, he said, yeah, I have to go against the internet price. So he put his out there at like $35.99. I'm like, I'm not paying $35.99 for Carnage when the freaking Juggernaut costs $19.99. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People go off of eBay prices. Like, I just got into a discussion, and it wasn't an argument. It was a discussion with someone. I was trying to buy a mint on card Darth Maul from the Black Series, and I was like looking for a mint on card Darth Maul. Like, I still have my Darth Maul in the packaging, but I wanted one mint on card to kind of go because he's my favorite character, and I wanted doubles. That's just who I am. What's what I do. I have doubles of my Batman figures too. But so I'm in discussion with him, and he's like, "Oh, I hear you're looking for." He's like, "I have one." And I'm like, "You send me a picture." He sends me a picture. It looks great, and I'm like, "Cool." So you know, what's your asking price? And he goes, "Well, shoot me an offer." And I go, "I don't shoot offers. I don't do that stuff because then people get upset when I shoot them a lower offer than they're. So just give me a price." And he goes, He goes 70.
No.
And I said,
right.
I said, whoa. And I go, what prices are you going off of? And he goes, well, on eBay, he's going for 130. I go, dude, eBay's not accurate. I go, this is a $20 figure we're discussing here. Okay? I'll give you 35, and that's me being generous. And I was like, I'll even pay. I'll pay the PayPal fees, and I'll pay shipping. And he's like, no, man, I can't do it. Oh, man, you're lowballing me. And I'm like, I'm not trying to lowball you. I go, that's what the figure's worth.
Yeah.
In reality, that's what it's worth.
Yeah.
We're not, you know, this isn't fucking eBay. We're not on eBay, so don't compare that shit to eBay. We're two people on Facebook talking to each other right now. Okay.
Exactly.
And that's the problem is that eBay ruins everything because they go off of what the eBay market says, but that's not what it truly is worth.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like, you know, as collectors, we should be able to help each other out and kind of like, you know, if it was difficult for me to find this in my area and you have it in your area and you're telling me like it's in the store, it's plentiful, I can find it anytime I go, you should help out your fellow collector because someday you might be in a position where you need that same help, you know, but most people don't.
We've talked about it before. I think Olivia had the idea. I wish there was a Facebook page or some type of thing like that you said. I'm looking for, I don't know, the Arkham Knight. Well, my comic book shop has 3 of them. Okay, he is $24.25. I'm going to send you through PayPal $24.25. And you know, maybe the $5. Put it in the post office in the $5 it ships box, and that'll be fine. You put your shrink wrap and all that stuff on it, and it'll be great. But instead of going, well, it's gonna be $80 and all this other crap, you know, if you're telling me that you can go to the store and the price tag says $19.99 and it's out today. He's not worth $80. Yeah. Well, there's only one per case. I don't care. If that's what Walmart is selling it for right now, that is the price of the figure.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, I'll see people on Facebook pages saying, oh, you know, it's $60 for Captain Phasma. And I'll be like, why is it $60? It's not even out yet. It's coming out next week. You got pre-orders. You got pre-orders online, and she's $21.99. Like, why is she $60?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saving you the hassle. I'm getting it before everyone. I don't give a fuck about getting it before everyone else. I don't give a shit. We're all gonna get it. Okay. She's obviously she's gonna actually be in another wave 2. So if you miss out on the second wave 2, she's gonna be in wave 4. So it doesn't matter anyway. Like
Exactly.
People are capitalizing on impatience. That's the biggest problem.
Exactly.
The man-childs that are out there, or man-children, I should say, that are out there. There's nothing wrong with being a man-child. We're all man-childs, you know. Or in Olivia's case, she'd be a woman-child. But yeah, I'm using my.
Hey,
hands.
we're big kids.
I'm an Irish kid that was raised by an Italian family, so my hands move all over the place. So, but where was I? I just got off track. So it's like, why is this $60? It doesn't deserve. Yeah, it doesn't deserve to be the price of $60. He's like, well, the reason why is because you're getting it before everyone else. Gas, pain and suffering, and I'm like, pain and suffering? What the hell are you talking about? He goes, well, I have to go out of my way to go get it. I'm like, you ordered it online. You just told me you ordered it online. Well, I know I went to the store for this one. I'm like, okay, so you want me to give you $2 worth of gas money to go get the figure? That's what justifies the $60 price? I go, you make no sense, dude.
People are greedy, man. Yeah, people
just
are greedy,
say I'm
man.
greedy. I want money. It's $60. I'd rather you say that. At least I'd respect that.
Yeah.
I almost
it's
wish
weird
that people would just stop with eBay. It's like, fine, I'm gonna let you set on it. You bought a whole case of figures, don't buy it. Sit there and wait for those prices to drop. I mean, yeah, I know I want figures, and I know my wife always tells me, just wait. Don't feel like you have to get it right now. It's going to come out. It's, I'll look at it and go, I want to pre-order this. Well, why do you want to pre-order? Because if I don't pre-order it, I'm going to waste more gas going to this Walmart, and then I'm going to go to Target, and then I'm going to drive over here. How much gas am I running around? And then about half the time, I'll buy it, and I'll pay a little bit extra to get the figure, and then 4 months later, I
find it in the store.
Find it in the store, and I'm like, son of a gun, she's right again.
That's what I preach it on my channel. Me and Anthony talk about it all the time. I tell people just wait, because a lot of times, you go out of your way, you pay your scalper price, and then you end up feeling dumb because you see it at the store. I mean, like 95% of the Marvel Legends waves, with the exception of the Black Widow in the Winter Soldier wave, 95% of them, you see them in the store. A lot of times they end up, especially at Target, they end up peg warming at some point because they order so many and then they stop. So by the time they finally rotate through all that stock, you've got a ton of, like, wasps and a ton of what's the guy's name? Bulldozers, and the ones that everybody was thinking you wouldn't find. Now they're just sitting at Target and Walmart right now. Like, I'm not about hurrying to get it online. Now with import figures, that's different, because import figures, they make them it's supply and demand 100%. So if you pre-order it, that's pretty much the roundabout number that gets made. And then they replenish according to the need. But that's why, like, a lot of SH Figuarts, if you don't get them when they come out the first time, you're going to have to really wait before you ever find them again.
Yeah.
Like Luke that you just got, good luck for a lot of people that want that figure. If they didn't get it when it came out, you're probably not going to get it, unless somebody's being nice and selling it on eBay or Amazon or something.
It's going to be the same thing with Darth Maul. I'm glad I pre-ordered Darth Maul, because when that figure comes out, first of all, it's a beautiful figure. And it destroys the Hasbro one, just even in the prototype photos.
I bet.
But when that figure comes out, it's already $75 now. People are putting up pre-orders.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's no joke. Like, it's like you said. It's whatever pre-order you put in is pretty much what they're going to make, and that's it. And that's why the prices go skyrocket on Figuarts, because, I mean, they're the cream of the crop, and they only take a certain amount of orders, and that's pretty much it. They don't mass produce them.
Yeah, like I missed out on Cap, the SH Figuarts Cap. I'm so mad. I keep looking for him in different places because I really want. That's the one of the bunch that I want. I don't care about the Thor figure. I mean, he looks all right, but I want the Cap figure because that one is on point. And every time I find him, I got into a bidding war, and at first it was like 30 something. I'm like, yes, I can get in at the very last minute and it'll stay around like 40. Yeah. And this dude went from the 40 to like 60 something.
Yep.
It was a couple hours before it was done. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need them that bad. I'll wait.
wow.
That's another thing I don't understand. I'm glad you brought the eBay thing up because people are so stupid when they're on eBay. Why the fuck would you even bid on anything when you have 4 days before the bid ends? Why even bid until the last couple seconds? What's the point? So you can have the winning bid for 2 days and before anyone is like, oh, I'm not going to bid on that, because the majority of people are like, I'm not going to bid on it until there's 2 minutes left.
The very last minute, yeah.
So why even bother bidding on it? I don't understand why the prices keep going up on a bid that's got 14 days until it's done. Like, why even is there even a bid? Who's bidding? Is it the seller that's bidding on it?
It's possible. I'm pretty sure that happens sometimes.
Oh yeah, I would gotta believe that happens.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's annoying.
It is annoying.
But I mean, it's not to say that I've never won anything on eBay. I mean, I win bids all the time. I mean, like some of the Spawn figures I was showing you guys the other day, like the Interlink 6, they go for like $150. I got mine for $50 because I bid with someone that actually they wanted to work with people. They weren't trying to 100% get over. They are old figures. They're like 15-year-old or 14-year-old figures. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the demand is that high for that specific that specific toy. So yeah, it's weird. Like eBay sometimes is a come up, and then sometimes it kind of gets in the way, and it makes things not as awesome as they could be.
Exactly. Like what was it? That 10-year anniversary Spawn figure. I've been looking for that figure for I don't know, years.
That thing's beautiful.
It's great, but it's old, and it goes for $130.
Yeah, man.
It's so messed up. It's so messed up.
And I liked when we were talking about Mattel saying that it was costing them so much more to do this or that or the other. And, I mean, my wife has a theory. She's like, there's got to be somebody, I'm just using Mattel as an example, that has those figures, and they're putting them on eBay themselves and then selling them. So we're circumventing the stores, and then we're making our bank off of our eBay sales.
Exactly. I got into it with someone online when I was talking about it was the last Off Our Brains that we did. I didn't really get into it like a fight, but the guy didn't believe what I was saying, and I was like, you can just look up the company and see what their operating costs are versus their annual revenue. And Mattel's is like $4 million, whereas Hasbro's is like $4 billion. Jesus. So it's like when Hasbro is telling you,
with a B, billion.
Yeah, with a B, exactly, billion. And when they say they can't afford to put sculpted details and have washes and paint variation on the figures and stuff, it's all BS because they can do it. And then it's funnier when you look at the Star Wars figures and you see all the stuff we want on the Legends that we used to get with Toy Biz. It's all there on the Star Wars figures, but it's not on the Marvel figures. It's like they realize that they don't have to do it, so they just don't do it,
Yeah.
And until people start, being a little bit more discriminatory about that stuff, it's just not going to change. I love DC Collectibles, though. They listen when we say, dude, stop with the clear plastic, please. Clear plastic is the bane of our existence. Please stop it. They listen, and they stopped,
now Funko needs to stop.
Yeah, that I thought was the coolest thing. It spread through, just through internet. People, I think even people that weren't YouTubing. It was just funny to see, Anthony review something, and then Stu review something, and me review something, and you review. All of us were reviewing the same, not even the same figures. Just Stu may have a Superboy figure. Anthony, you may have a Batman figure. I may be looking at whatever, and we're all going, look at the clear peg, look at this break-in, look at this and that. And then it was like once that wave transitioned out and we were into the next group, I noticed in the next review, I was like, oh, look, it's solid black plastic, or it's a green plastic. So, and it was
Yep.
cool to see DC Collectibles going, yeah, we messed up. We'll send you a new figure. You know, I got a batch of figures that were broken for replacement. I saw other people. Anthony, I think you got what, Killer Croc? I mean, I have your Killer Croc here with two broken arms, but you know, you got yours made whole.
Yeah.
They completely blamed my seller. They blamed the comic book store when I spoke to them about that stuff. I was like, seriously, you're really gonna blame them? They got it from you. It's not like they got elves in the background making that stuff themselves. You know, come on.
Which, you know, initially I thought that was kind of crappy, hearing some like early stuff happening, but after a while, I think DC Collectibles went, you know what? If we don't change our business practices, we're going to lose all these people. And they did the right thing after a while. I mean, at first it was shady, like, oh, that's your comic, or that's Amazon that you bought that from. Yeah, I bought it from Amazon, but the box says DC Collectibles.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be crappy.
Exactly.
And it broke, and it's not like I'm 5 years old playing in the sandbox with it. I took it out of the package and the arm came off.
And that's why
And the arm came off,
and that's why DC Collectibles and NECA are the only two companies that actually really listen to the consumer and the collector. Those are really the only two companies that do that. NECA gives you characters that you want, and they listen to you, and DC Collectibles gives you the quality control issues. If you have one, they're really good about it, and they're really good about just their customer service in general. Is probably the best I've ever experienced overall. And now that they have a customer service division within DC Collectibles, you don't even have to go through the middleman anymore, which is the distributor or the vendor. I mean.
Yeah, the vendor. Yeah.
So
I'll say, in my experience, the best customer service I ever dealt with, they're all the way in Japan. It was the Good Smile Company. They're the people that make Figma. I had a figure that one of her hip joints was kind of jacked up. I think I mentioned it in one of the videos or something. But anyway, her hip was jacked up. I showed them a picture of it, and they were like, "Oh, thank you for showing us the picture." I even gave them a link to my review. And they were like, "Oh, that shouldn't be like that." They were like, "Well, expect it in like 3 to 4 days." It came in 2 days from Japan. Freaking a replacement leg. Because the cool thing about those figures is you can just replace parts. You know, you can mix and match the parts the way they're constructed. So they just sent me new hips. I replaced it. Figure is perfect. I was like, wow, that was quick. I mean, they got back to me the same day that I sent the email, and then 2 days later it was fixed. So yeah, I think some of the American companies can learn a lot from the overseas counterparts sometimes. Man.
The coolest one I had, like early on in my channel, when I started doing this right as DC UC was just about ending, I think I got on like wave 16, but it seemed like every other couple reviews I was having like warped legs or loose ankle syndrome. Thank you, Chapman Films. Or, whatever it was. So I kept saying in all my reviews, the contact information's on the back of the box. The worst thing they can say is no. We're not going to do anything, but they would ask me to read part of the UPC, and then there's some other numbers they wanted, and they're like, well, what did you pay for it? And I'm like, it was like $12, $15, whatever it was. And I said, I have a review for a YouTube channel, or I've got pictures of it. Like, no, that's fine. So they would cut me a voucher for, they weren't replacing the figure, but they were like, well, here's something for a Mattel product. Hopefully you can find a replacement. So on one hand, they tried to make it right, but I'm like, you know how hard it took me to try and find this figure in the first place? But
oh my God, DCUC was horrible with that, man.
Yeah. They were terrible. Yeah. But they've always been terrible. I mean, look at Masters, the Masters line. Granted, I know it's for online sales only, but that whole line in general, it was just a pain in the ass to try and get your hands on it, especially if it was a Walmart exclusive way. Oh God, forget about it.
Yeah, because wasn't the no, that one wasn't. It was just they did two different versions of that wave. The wave with the Tim Drake in the red Robin uniform, not Red Robin, but the red Robin costume.
1 year later,
There was like two versions. You remember where they had the Chase Deathstroke with the different no mask on.
Yeah.
And then they had like Nightwing was in one, and was it Sinestro was in the other. Like there was two versions of that wave, and I think Grundy was the Build-A-Figure.
Yes.
But there was two versions of the characters that came with the parts, because like I think the second version of that wave, they all had the blue stands.
Yeah.
Remember
like
they used to do that a lot, where sometimes you get the the collect and connect or whatever, and other times you get those blue stands. I hated that.
I hated the stands. I wish the stands
Yeah,
never
man.
existed. It was like that. It was like
They
that.
weren't even good.
That when Toy Biz was doing Marvel Legends, and they did the Legendary Riders series, and everyone was like, "This
Yeah.
shit sucks. Why would they ever do this?"
Yeah. Yep, that guy. Yep. There you go. Yeah, man. I remember struggling finding them, and also the Imperiex wave. That was a Walmart exclusive wave. I remember struggling with that one. My brother-in-law actually got me a Man-Bat for Christmas one year, so it helped me kind of finish off what I wanted from that wave. But yeah, it was a hassle. It was such a hassle.
Yeah. Is anybody going to bite? I think we probably said it before. Is anybody going to bite on the Batman versus Superman Mattel Movie Masters?
I might.
No.
I might. If they look, because some of them, when we saw what we saw at the at Toy Fair and whatnot, and at Comic-Con and stuff, if they look as good as those, then maybe. But if they don't, which they probably won't. Let's be honest, they probably won't. If they don't, then I won't bother. But I dig Affleck's suit. I dig Henry Cavill's look. It's real minuscule. Like they didn't really change that much, but they changed just enough so he looks a little bit brighter and more like what Superman should look like. I guess if you're gonna tweak him. And I don't know. I'm cool with that. I just hope the figures are good.
Yeah. I'm surprised there's not like DC Collectibles, other than doing statues. Like, why aren't you doing DC Collectibles versions of your own characters, your own products? It's like, no, we'll let Mattel make Movie Masters. Like,
you never know. They might.
They might. They didn't with Man of Steel, and I'm surprised they didn't.
That's true. You're right. They didn't. Actually, if you think about it, DC Collectibles, I don't think they made any movie figures, but they did the television people, like
they did,
Arrow and
TV.
Flash and all of them.
That was like they always really stuck to comics.
Yeah.
Really,
now video game.
Yep, video games too. Yeah, that's true.
I don't. I think with your biggest movie project, I don't want to say ever to make people mad, but I think so. This is going to be make or break for DC. I would expect DC Collectibles to be on with them to come out full guns blazing.
Yeah. I agree. That's how it should have been. I don't know. We'll see though, because it's possible they might. You never know. They've done a lot of things. Like I never thought they would make a Batmobile for 6-inch figures. That's nuts, and they did it. So I mean, can I find the thing? No, but I'm glad they made it.
Yeah, and who
One day
knows
I'll get it.
if the movie does very well, and I think it probably will, and the demands for it, I could see, 4 or 5 months after the movie, they're going to start announcing, hey, we're going to do figures, and you'll get them in another 3 or 4 months, after the film.
Oh, we'll get figures.
Maybe in time for the release of the DVD or something.
We'll definitely get figures from them, I think. I think we absolutely will. Because if Mattel's going to do it, then DC Collectibles will do it too. Because that's pretty much DC Collectibles is like, fuck you, Mattel. We're going to do our own thing. You don't want to do anything? We got the Icons line, and we're going to make you irrelevant.
How cool would that be that in the Icons line are BVS figures? Like as the Icon lines is going on, they're like, hey, this is where we're going to slip in Affleck Batman. We're going to slip in Henry Cavill and Aquaman, Wonder Woman, whatever.
That would be cool.
I wouldn't be buying the Mattel ones.
The designs. If they do that, then I won't touch the Mattel stuff. But like, it's just the look of those figures looks so good, and like the images that they showed at San Diego and at Toy Fair just looked so good. The paint on them looked so good. Now the reviews I've seen of the ones that people were getting at Comic-Con, they look like crap. Like the actual Superman is not so bad, but the Batman figure is terrible. I was like, wow, that's You guys paid like what, 40, 50 bucks for that? Like that's pretty bad. It's like they paid for the box. That's what all the money was for.
Yeah.
It lights up. It lights up. It's got to be $40. It's worth it. Trust me.
Now I'm sure if I'm saying this, doesn't Stu have one? I believe Stu is still watching, so I expect it. An answer here, Stu, in like 3
He'll
seconds.
answer you soon.
You do have Batman versus Superman, and you bought the box, right? And it happened to have 2 figures in it. Is that correct? Oh, look, I got this BVS box, and it makes sound. And hey, look, there's Batman and Superman in it. No, I'm not dogging. I would have loved to have that, but yeah, that's no.
Stu said that DC Collectibles doesn't have the rights to the movie figures.
Which that is.
Yeah. The master license. Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
That makes no sense.
Yeah,
I remember a couple.
We own our characters, but we don't own our figures.
I don't care.
When
I don't
was
care
that?
how many movie figures Mattel comes out with. I'm still not buying that shit.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not.
That might be the first time I get a Play Arts Kai, because I saw the Play Arts version of the Affleck Batman, and I wanted the Man of Steel Play Arts Kais. They're just too big. But then I was like, you know what? I might, if this Batman is actually the way I want him to be, the way I imagine that he will be, then I'm gonna pick up as much of this Batman stuff as I can find. Because I've been waiting for them to do one that's, comic, as good as the comic book version,
Yeah. I will buy the Affleck Batman. If I see the Mattel one in the store, I'm not going to go traipsing all over, but I would like to have that figure. I
can't do it.
Especially if he's great in the role.
Really?
I want a figure.
It's over $100 for Kai figures now, dude.
What? Well, no. When they first come out,
$100.
No. When they first come out, they're like 65 to 70.
No,
but then
they changed their scale, dude. They changed their scale.
They
they're all $98 now.
Oh, if I can get to
really?
Yeah, go look at the pre-orders for the Darth Maul that just came out is $130. Just came out.
Wow. Well,
it's retarded.
My comic book store, he sells them for like 65 to 70, and then usually, the longer they're out, they'll go up, but like usually when they first come out, they're like 65, 70 bucks.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Origins Robin, isn't it?
They changed the scale on them because they're bigger now.
Oh, they're bigger?
Yeah.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
Here we go. Let me get the camera.
So now they're out of scale with all your other previous Play Arts Kai figures.
Here's the Play Arts Kai. This was 60-ish, like you said. The Arkham Origins Robin figure.
Yeah, that one's awesome. I wanted a 6-inch, but they never made one.
Yeah, I would have loved to have a 6. I mean, I love this guy. I think I begged and pleaded. I think it was a late birthday present from the wife. Thank you, honey. I think he was pushing about 80. I was seeing him for around 100, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. Wait, here's Anthony's little view. Yeah, 124. It's a great looking figure. No way.
They're crazy.
He doesn't even look like Darth Maul, really. He's got like ammo clips on his chest. It looks weird.
Oh, that's the play, what do they call it, variant Kai or whatever? Yeah, I don't like those. I'm just talking about like the standard movie licensed version of the figure, because even right now I think you can find the Dark Knight figures for like 80, 70, 80 bucks. The variant Kai DC figures like Wonder Woman is between 80 to 100 bucks. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Play Arts Kai in general. I hate their legs. They always have big legs, like ridiculously big legs and goofy double jointed knees.
They got those Psylocke thunder thighs.
Yeah, man. I mean, it looks good on the Wonder Woman figure. It looks really good on her, but it doesn't look so good on so many of the other figures, And Batgirl looks awesome too. But it's just some of them, I'm just like, they go too far. At least with the movie figures, they're following the mold of the film. so they don't get to go where, you know, all crazy like they did with some of those variant Batman figures. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Western Batman and the you know, I'm like, no, I'm not feeling that. It's too far off the beaten path. They could have just been different characters. You know what I mean? They don't even feel like Batman.
But that's the thing. Like the Arkham Knight Play Arts Kai Batman is $99.99. Look,
and it's a terrible figure.
D-Dog from Metal Gear is $120.
The dog?
The dog is $120. The fucking dog.
Oh, Lord have mercy! Wow,
it's ridiculous.
See, this kind of stuff is
the Arkham Knight character is $99.99. They have, what is it?
Robin is $9.99.
It makes there's no reason for this. It's too much.
Wow, yeah, this kind of stuff is gonna kill the I don't know. I feel like it's gonna kill it for, you know, average Joes like us. Like, things are getting so expensive. I mean, I love this hobby, and I don't want to stop collecting stuff. I mean, I'll go back to collecting old Toy Biz 5-inch figures, you know, because they're cool and it would make me happy. But, you know, like sometimes these weird price scales that don't make sense, and like, you know, the quality of the figure doesn't match the price, and then the availability is like nil. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes that kind of stuff scares me because it's like, it's a hobby. You shouldn't be investing like serious money in your hobby like that, you know? Like,
exactly.
Not all at once, you know? Maybe over years, yes, but not $100 a figure, and you're gonna buy a whole line of figures, and they're gonna make every character in that game or that movie or whatever. Like, yeah, my wife will choke me in my sleep.
Yeah, for real. Me too.
But this is the other thing that Play Arts does that annoys the hell out of me. Why the fuck do we need a steampunk Batman?
Because someone will buy.
just like that fucking monstrosity. That, what was it? That the like devilish looking Batman.
Batman, yeah, with the arms, the big old arms and wings and all that craziness.
That looks like garbage. Why would anyone want that shit?
Yeah.
That's not Batman.
It's like Final Fantasy Batman.
See, there was I want to get around to reviewing him at some point. It was the Legends of the Dark Knight Batman, where you got like Spidey. But after a while, yeah, where there was
there were a bunch of those like capture claw Batman.
You sound like Darth Vader right now.
Yeah, we're losing your mic really bad, bud.
You sound like friggin' a droid from fucking Star Wars right now.
Really? Still? Is it still that bad?
You are a protocol droid, are you not?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's my turn, because that's what was happening earlier. Let me see something. I'll turn off my camera.
Wow, that's crazy.
I wish you could hear what it sounds like.
Does it sound better now?
No.
Oh, God.
You sound like the...
You're the devil. Unless maybe this is the cue from the gods that.
I know. It's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, maybe we'll wrap it up here. It's been a great conversation with everyone. I know about anybody else, but I haven't eaten yet, so.
I haven't eaten either yesterday.
Getting all into it, man.
This has been a blast. I think, like we've said, I'd like to do more of these and just kind of have just the random topic discussion and kind of see where it goes. In case you missed it, you can go back, straight it, and see me to start pulling out figures I haven't seen in the last 15 years. Just go back 2 hours in the video. But this has been fun. We'll have to do this. We had the idea as kind of Anthony's brainchild. Wouldn't it be kind of cool to do a review, like if we all had the same figure or something like that, and we'll just do a review here. So thank you, Anthony, for having the idea of watching me do an unboxing live. That was pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
Strident, thanks for joining and being part of our group here. It'll be cool to get all of us all at one time together and kind of see where the conversation goes.
And let me just add one more thing.
Go for it.
Go Bills! Fuck the Dolphins! We just beat their asses 41-14. Woo!
All right, cool. Well, for myself, Rob's Rogues, and we have this guy, ODC, that's me, and the one, the only, Strident, who's now Cyclops avatar is back up again. Thanks for being.
He sounds like a droid from Jabba the Hutt's Palace.
You know what? This is the droid we're looking for.
This is the droid.
All right. Before we lose somebody else, we'll sign off here. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you guys on the next show. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Peace. All right, peace, guys.